TV. Check Fox43.com and HersheyBears.com for a broadcast schedule as Zach Fish and I bring you every second of the action. It's time to chase the Calder Cup, so don't miss a minute and watch the Hershey Bears on Fox 43.
Athletes push boundaries, defy odds, and strive for greatness. At Penn State Health, we share that drive. We tackle medicine's toughest challenges, leading to breakthrough treatments and even cures. Our researchers are passionate and push the limits.
Check 1, 2, 3,
Like
check
the
1, 2,
discovery
3.
of a
Ice side
pediatric
mic,
cancer
level,
treatment
thumbs
that
up.
led to an FDA-approved drug, drawing patients globally to central Pennsylvania. Penn State Health, driven for you.
Killer instinct.
All the way down. That will be the end of the power play. 5-on-3.
That kill is the turning point in the Hershey Bears' first game of the postseason. Hunter Shepard plays the hero over the Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
It gives our killers confidence, gives our team confidence, and they're probably looking at it maybe as a missed opportunity. They had some great chances. Shep stood tall.
Less than 2 minutes later, a big insurance marker from Spencer Smallman.
On the right side, shoots and scores!
It's a lot of things have to happen for me to get that chance, and Limo did a great job carrying the puck in the zone, and something that really doesn't get mentioned enough is people driving the net, and Lappy really drove that defenseman down low, which opened up that seam, and Limo just put it on a tee for me.
The Bears can take a commanding series lead tonight. How will they fight the Phantoms' pushback? We'll find out in Game 2 right now on Fox 43.
They scored! Let's go! They're Calder Cup champions!
Bears fans are pouring into Giant Center for some Friday night Calder Cup playoff hockey in Chocolatetown. The two-time defending champs host the Phantoms for Game 2 of their best-of-5 Atlantic Division semifinal series. Hello, everyone. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. The Bears were razor-sharp in Game 1. We would love to see more of that here tonight in Game 2. Let's send it upstairs to the guys calling the action, the voice of the Bears, Zach Fish, and former Bears captain Garrett Mitchell.
Thank you very much, Todd. It was a great start for the Hershey Bears in the Atlantic Division semifinals on Wednesday night. A 3-0 shutout victory over the Phantoms. And Garrett, Hershey came to play in that contest, scoring the first goal and never looking back. What did you like from their performance to get the first blow in this best-of-5 series?
Yeah, I think it's just guys stepping up at the right time, Zach. You look at the goal of Chase Prisky, gets an opportunity, heck of a shot there by him. And then Spencer Smallman, he's a guy that's proven winner. And he steps up huge again for the Bears.
As we look at our members' First Federal Credit Union, keys to victory for tonight's game. Head coach Todd Nelson was overall pretty pleased with his team's effort. Didn't like the second period, though. Obviously, it's cliche to say play a full 60, but he wants more of that here today from his team, as well as walking that line with the emotions of a playoff series.
Yeah, and I think you just clamped down, Zach. That's exactly what you're talking about there. It's just, playing that full 60 minutes, you're going to be in a situation, this is a good hockey team across the ice there. So, listen to what's going on there. They know the game plan and just clamp down and play their game.
Looking to stay disciplined as well. In the power play, looking to connect Lehigh Valley's penalty kill. Held the Bears in the 10-game regular season set to just 3 goals. Hershey was 0 for 4 on the man advantage yesterday, looking to get more pucks through on the power play. Hunter Shepard, 26-save clean sheet in game number 1. He's back between the pipes as the Bears will dress the same lineup. Coming up, it's Hershey Bears hockey in the Calder Cup playoffs, Game 2 of the Atlantic Division semifinals. For now, we'll send it back to Todd Sadowski.
The stage is set. Can't wait for the puck drop for game number 2. Fans are taking their seats here. You get comfortable at home as you're watching Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43.
Protas off the draw, shoots and scores. It's a short-handed goal. Central Pennsylvania is Caps country. Hi, everybody. John Walton here, reminding you that you can listen to Capitals games for free wherever you are just by dialing up capsradio247.com. You can listen to every Capitals game for free and select Bears games as well. All for free at capsradio247.com. Let's go Bears. Let's go Caps.
York Kia is now GM Valvo Kia, featuring the same great guys and the great family ownership. They're the proud sponsor of the Kenny Smith Award, awarded post-game each broadcast to the Hershey Bears Player of the Game. Head on over to GM Valvo Kia and see Al Monks and the boys just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York, PA, and tell them the Hershey Bears sent you. That's the all-new GM Valvo Kia, proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears.
Get your power on at Homza Chiropractic Wellness and Rehab Center. Go see Doctors John, Jose, and Vincent Homza at 5721 Linglestown Road. Homza Chiropractic will treat you with the same care and attention they give the Hershey Bears. So stop by their Harrisburg office today, as they're always accepting new patients. Go where the Bears go. Go where the professionals go. That's Homza Chiropractic Wellness Rehab Center. Visit them online at homzachiropractic.com.
A special visit for the students at the Milton Hershey School recently. Philadelphia Eagles running back and Penn Stater Saquon Barkley headlined the school's return from spring break assembly. School leaders say it's a chance to see a great role model for the students. Kids were very excited, no doubt about that. They love their sports here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. They love their Hershey Bears, the hometown team, set to take the ice in Game 2 of the Atlantic Division semifinals. Introduce the national anthem. We join PA announcer Jared Ronsky prior to puck drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise, if able, and remove your caps as we honor America and those who support our country's freedom at home and abroad. Please direct your attention to the Zamboni Tunnel as we welcome Michael Benson for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
They are ready to roar here at Giant Center in Hershey. Game 2 of the Atlantic Division semifinals. The first round for the Bears in the Calder Cup playoffs after they earned a bye to get it started against their Keystone State rivals, the Phantoms, tonight. Hershey leads the best-of-5 series 1-0. Along with former Bears captain Garrett Mitchell, I'm Zach Fish. Todd Sadowski's ice side. He'll have a good look at Hunter Shepard, located directly in front of him. He was perfect with 26 saves in the Game 1 victory. His 42nd consecutive playoff start for the Bears. Back-to-back Calder Cups for Hershey and Shepard. Parker Gahagan goes on the other end. His 4th appearance in the playoffs. He didn't get any offensive support. Ian LaPerriere goes back to him. Good numbers for the Phantoms. As for the officials for today's game, Jordan Samuels-Thomas, number 42, and Mike Sullivan, number 47, will call the penalty. Sean Oliver, number 56, Jeremy Foucher, number 85, are on the lines. This building already making noise here at Giant Center. The Calder Cup playoffs for the Bears. It's been a fruitful endeavor the last 2 years with a pair of Calder Cups looking to defend their title. They lead the series 1-0. They look to take a stranglehold lead. Game 2 is underway with a quick whistle. Just 5 seconds in for icing. And as Garrett, as we look at some of the players not dressing for today's game, the Bears will make no lineup changes, so some good veterans out. And a lot of good players that might be needed, like Garrett Rowe down the stretch run.
Well, and yeah, it's exactly it, Zach. We saw that, in past years. Obviously, last year, And that's the story of it. Is you might not necessarily be needed right away, but this is a long grind, Zach. And down the road, we saw what that's all about with Matt Strome, Garrett Rowe playing huge parts in that run there last year.
Phantoms quickly in with Alex Bump dashing to the net. And just a couple pro games under his belt out of Western Michigan. Taken away by the Bears and cleared down the ice. Bronze will fall and the Bears will steal. Offensively along the left wing, Riley Sutter unable to come up with it. Taken back to center ice. It's Jennings over the blue line on the left wing. Hit by Ness. He shoots it wide of Shepard. Matt Strome, the Calder Cup winning goal scorer last year for the Bears, will shoot the puck in behind the Phantoms net. Hershey in their chocolate sweaters. Cream accents moving left to right. Welcome to our fans tuned in on the Giant Bears radio network as well for our simulcast coverage this evening. Vecchione to center. Mike Scarbosa, his second game back. He was hurt back on March 1st. It's dumped by Louis Belpedio. The puck comes in front. Hershey with control, but Iorio looked to leave it to Ness. Wasn't in the spot he thought he was, so the Bears turn it back in their own territory. Ness, the Bears captain, in his 7th year with the club, flipped it forward out of the reach of Scarbosa and picked back up by Zade Wisdom. Right to left for the visiting Phantoms, the affiliate of the Philadelphia Flyers. Ness back behind the goal. Hawk title on the boards. Mike Vecchione to center. Iorio ahead. Looking for Pierrick Dubé, who is breaking. Tipped in behind the Lehigh Valley goal, where Dubé is wrapped up into the boards and gets some secondary support. Shovel to the right point for Bears defenseman John McDonald. 1 minute, 30 seconds in. Off the right wing. Hershey scored first and never looked back in game number 1. Puck loose and neutral for Alex Limoges. The Penn Stater gets it back to Lieberman. And Hershey to center with last year's Calder Cup MVP, Hendrix Lapierre. Got interfered with a bit. Gets the puck in deep. Spencer Smallman with a heavy hit, but a penalty came up high on Andre. Delayed call on the Bears as Lieberman will tee it up. Gahagan the save, but that would not have counted. Mike Sullivan has a penalty on Smallman for the hit on Andre. Back behind the net. So talk about discipline. It'll be the Phantoms that go to the first power play here.
Yeah, and it looks like there's that might be a 4-minute penalty, or no, it's 2. It is 2. 2 to the head, checking to the head there. And, it's just one of those ones. I think that's a great play there by Smallman. He just ends up, clipping a little bit high there, and that's a play. You're trying to come in, trying to make contact, especially early in games. All you're trying to do is get in on the forecheck, set the tone, and keep that puck in the offensive zone.
So Lehigh Valley was held off the board on 2 opportunities on the power play in game number 1. Overall, in the postseason, they have scored 1 goal in their series, a best of 3 against Wilkes-Barre Scranton. They swept the Penguins. Alex Bump had that power play goal. Hershey's penalty kill in the regular season surrendered just 3 tallies in 10 games against the Phantoms. They go to work right now. It's a Bouquet Mulligan de Mayo penalty kill for Hershey. Visit them online at bmdi.com. So early in the game, power play for Lehigh Valley. They did not have Andre, who's okay after taking that hit up high for the balance of the season. He was up with Philadelphia in the NHL. Returns with the Flyers missing the playoffs. Ollie Lixell, the all-star, back behind the net, comes to the right wing. Rodrigo Obels with the puck for the visitors. Turns it up top of the point. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Lehigh Valley looking to draw first blood of the man advantage. Obels, center point Andre. His shot hits the stick of Sutter, deflects wide of the goal. Hershey's penalty kill puts the pressure on. Nikita Grabenkin celebrating his birthday. Sees the centering pass blocked away. Phantoms with it again. Gaucher's drive wide to Shepard, who slid out past the blocker. And that one so much zip on it, it clears the zone.
Great job there, Zach. It's a bend don't break situation there for Hershey, and they don't have a spot there where it's all go. And that's once it's 1 go all go, especially below that below the face off or the goal line there. As soon as that gets below, you can jump in. They didn't have an opportunity, so it's just front that puck, and great job, big clear for them.
Anthony Richard, who led the club in the regular season with 6 power play goals, works it in. He's got it back behind the net. Lehigh Valley in control. The captain, Garrett Wilson, leads for Belpedio. 40 on the man advantage. 0-0 just on your way in game 2. Bump with it from the left side on the man advantage. Hershey has Rabinski up top trying to front that puck. Good save by Shepard. Kicks it out on Richard slap shot. Here come the Bears shorthanded with Rabinski down the left wing. Treniev, who had one of Hershey's 2 shorthanded goals in the regular season, backhands it on net. Save Gahagan. Rabinski on the rebound. That shot got blocked and deflected away. Both of the Bears' shorthanded goals in the regular season came first Lehigh Valley. Good steal by Ness. Iorio will take it, lifts it down the ice. That'll just about do it. Well done by the Bears with a penalty kill to get some momentum brewing here in the early moments at Giant Center.
Yeah, now it's look to build off there, Zach, and get this line out there and go to work. And, just play in the offensive zone. You put your 4th line out there, you got the ability to go bump and grind and just create some offensive zone time.
It's Sutter with it along the boards left wing. Turn the puck over. Jamel Smith is there to knock it back behind the net, and it comes free along the board. Check that, his brother Giovanni. We've seen both of them this season. Longtime guys that spent time in the AHL and NHL. And Giovanni's strong as an ox. Knocks Iorio down with a reverse hit. He's got it along the left wing. Took the hit back from Iorio as those two grappling for position. Elliot Denoye in the lineup for his first game of the Calder Cup playoffs this year. Places Rhett Gardner. It's a puck to the blue line, and it's Jennings spinning away from the pressure. Sending in deep. Sutter on the takeaway. Won the cup in the last 2 years for the Bears. The 6-year man wearing the A on his sweater. With Ethan Bear up in the National Hockey League, he was part of the leadership group. Sutter has that A along with Mike Vecchione. He'll wait it out behind the net. S is there to settle it as Hershey completes a line change against the line of Mike Scarbosa, Mike Vecchione, and Pierrick Dubé out. That is a lot of firepower when they're firing on all cylinders. Lieberman at center. 5 minutes gone, first period. Room for Scarbosa. Left wing, snaps it towards the goal. Through the crease and wide. Lehigh Valley will clear it away. Ollie Lexell to the line, but knocked out of midair by Vecchione. While the puck was played with the high stick, it gives us our first opportunity to check an ice side with Todd Sadowski, who's standing directly behind Hunter Shepard with the best seat in the house.
You're always trying to grab a positive out of a negative, and certainly the penalty kill looked pretty good, but it also got Hunter Shepard into the game early. Didn't face a lot of shots in the first period the other night. Immediately had to make a couple of good saves, and he was talking to us after game one about how he spent that time. You know, all the other skaters went through Hell Week and getting into conditioning. Hunter Shepard spent that time fine-tuning his game, getting ready for the playoffs.
Shepard this year for the Bears in the regular season played a career-high 39 games. He won 23 of them. Played one game with Washington as well. Last year's goaltender of the year in the American Hockey League. Two-time NCAA champion, two-time Calder Cup champion, former goalie of the year in the North American League. His trophy case is quite impressive. He's a winner. It's Prisky in his own zone. Chase had a goal yesterday, gets the puck to center. His first ever Calder Cup playoff winning goal. The puck in deep for Bogdan Trineyev. Mirosichenko behind the net forces a turnover. Trineyev skates up the left wing, but Lehigh Valley gets it back to center ice. Sampson with some room to skate in. The defenseman on the left wing tries it wide, and good work by Prisky, getting him back, running him out of real estate. Wisdom can't handle the pass, and Prisky launches it away from him. Still up for grabs. Jacob Gaucher for Lehigh Valley gets it back. Lexell on the left wing. Rotates it up towards the middle of the ice. Andre shot well wide of Shepard. Comes to the far boards where Lexell has it again. And his own teammate Sampson came right back to him. Threw it in front. Good intercept and clear by Prisky. Strong shift for him, but this all the way down for an icing and a face-off of the defensive zone for the Bears, who survived that threat to keep this game scoreless.
Well, yeah, and you know, that's exactly what the Bears want to do to Lehigh Valley there, Zach, is you get that 3 high, and once you get that guy 3 high and you establish that zone time, it's extremely hard for the defending team, because you start dropping a forward down, or a defenseman down, bring a forward back up high, and what happens is everybody starts running around, and you know, that's why Chase Prisky ends up getting up above the top of the circles, does a great job coming back. But when you put a team into that spin cycle, it's extremely hard to shut it down.
Phantoms take the face-off. Belpedio shoots it to the goal, deflected up and out of play. Our first break here, game one, went to the Bears. Game two, scoreless early. Stay with us. You're tuned in to the 2025 Calder Cup playoffs on Fox 43.
Stroman Bakeries, the makers of Stroman White Bread and Rolls and Dutch Country Bread and Rolls, is a proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears hockey team. With 6 local Pennsylvania bakeries, you can always be sure that your Stroman bread and rolls have been delivered fresh-baked and delicious to your grocer's shelf. And with so many varieties to choose from, Stroman has a favorite for everyone in the entire family. For perfect PB&Js every time, choose soft, delicious Stroman white bread. For flavor you thought went out with a horse and buggy, try Dutch Country Bread and Rolls. Made from original recipes with the hearty grains and wholesome goodness of traditional Pennsylvania Dutch baking, Dutch Country makes all of your sandwiches special. For a tasty, heart-healthy treat, just 2 slices of Dutch Country 100% whole wheat bread supplies 24% of your recommended daily allowance of fiber. When it's freshness, flavor, and family nutrition you're looking for, Stroman delivers.
The Hilton Garden Inn Hershey is just a few miles from the home of the Hershey Bears. Begin your stay with dinner at the Garden Grill and Bar. Unwind in our outdoor pool and hot tub. Rest up in the comfort of Hilton quality bedding. Then enjoy the many incredible attractions in town. As an added bonus, the Hilton Garden Inn Hershey offers a private event room for up to 80 people, complete with full-service catering. Check us out at hershey.gardeninn.com.
Face off to the left of Hunter Shepard. Shots are one apiece, no score, just underway in Game 2 here of the Atlantic Division semifinals. Bears and Phantoms, this is the second consecutive year these two teams have met. And since they moved to Lehigh Valley a decade ago, third playoff matchup between these two teams. Bears have won both of them, the other back in 2017. Garrett played on that Bears team. Took them down in 5 games. Decisive Game 5 was in Allentown. The road team won every game in that series.
I was just going to say, I remember that every game was won on the road, which is quite the anomaly there.
Smallman took a crunch into the boards. Limoges will bring it in where Hunter McDonald stands him up. Those two lock up and skate away as it comes free behind the net. The Phantoms in control of it. Game-winning goal in that Game 5 was scored by rookie defenseman Colby Williams to send the Bears to the next round. Smallman on the cutoff, trying to send a lob here, knocked around, comes right back to Limoges. He blasted it wide of the goal. Fortunate bounce right in front for Alex Limoges, and knocked away from him. Prisky on the steal, heavy hit at the bench area, as down went Richard. Hershey on the send-in, Scarbosa up the right wing, Dubé on the keep-in, plays to Scarbosa, off the boards, up high, and Massey could not handle. And back to the defensive zone where Prisky will help out his cohort. And Massey able to help out Prisky. After all, here come the Bears to center with numbers. Vecchione, left wing Scarbosa snaps the shot. That got blocked. He rolls it to the corner where Vecchione handles it. In the feet of Mike Scarbosa, he has it on the right wing. Punched into the boards and lost control of it. Phantoms to center ice. 0-0, 12 minutes and 15 seconds to play for the first period. Nicky Lieberman gets out of the hit of Garrett Wilson. Scarbosa heads up. He got belted by Giovanni Smith on a tough pass, and Wilson smashes him into the boards.
Yeah, that's a line there, Zach. You know, it's got to be heads up on those two, and both guys that are looking to finish that check every single time. So, you know, I think a little bit of that for Scarves is just, you know, obviously not playing. 21 games is a long time, but that'll come back for him, and you know, look for him to make a big impact in this game. Come
back to some crash bang hockey as well. The Phantoms looking to set the tone physically here, work their way back into an even series. 11:35 to go, first period. Sutter and center. 0-0. Shots are one apiece. Bears dump it in behind the net. Far side board. Sutter will take it. Play to the middle, looking for the captain. Nash knocked away, and Iorio got to get on his horse to get back and wrangle the puck away. Good work to get that from Elliot Denoyer. Here's Philp on the right wing side for Hershey. Ahead to center ice. His pass to Riley Sutter is knocked back, and the defensive zone, it goes all the way to Parker Gahagan. Sutter, 1 assist in 13 playoff games last year. He did not play in the series versus Lehigh Valley due to injury, but has won the cup in back-to-back seasons for the Bears. Had an OT winner 2 years ago in the Calder Cup Finals. Right point, Belpedia with it for the Phantoms. A drive to the net of Shepard, blocked by Henrik Rabinski. Good work by him up top near the blue line of the veteran rear guard, Belpedia. Bears able to work the puck free. Iorio to center. Has Miro Stachenko left wing. Hands to Rabinski. Darts in, but the Bears are offside. And after the play, Miro Stachenko and Belpedia lock up. And there's more of that. Trinyev is involved, and none too pleased on the far side boards as everybody grabbing a dance partner here for pushing and shoving. Wisdom locked up with Massey. Belpedio's in there too. And now a war of words as Mike Sullivan might be doling out some penalties. Trinyev is still going at it with Hunter McDonald.
Oh, he just popped the ref there, Zach. He's got to be careful there. McDonald, you know, he pops...
It's Foucher, the linesman, right? They nearly took one, or no, excuse me, Sean Oliver.
Yeah, you got to be careful there. That's one, you know, you just can't have happen.
So we'll get a couple penalties out of this. While they sort that out, we check an ice level with Todd.
I'm not sure if it's going to result in one of the teams having a power play, but if it does, we're not likely to see a goal if history proves correct for this year between the Phantoms and the Bears. It's been really an odd situation with neither power play being effective against the other. In the regular season, both units struggled. The Phantoms going 3 for 29, gave up both of the Bears' shorthanded goals. Hershey wasn't much better, going 3 for 37. They gave up 3 shorties, and neither team scored in Game 1.
So both these teams are going to get some penalties out of this. And you mentioned it, Todd, the shorthanded goal had been aplenty in the season series. But here's a look at what happened at the end of this play, Garrett. Belpedio and Miroshnichenko lock up. And then on the right of your screen, you see Trinyev and Hunter McDonald. There's a McDonald on each side, unrelated, so we'll give you the full name. And it looks like the Phantoms, at least as of now, appear to be getting an extra penalty. They have 2 guys in the box, while the Bears have 1, but that does not necessarily mean a power play for Hershey yet at this time, as nothing is up on the video board.
Yeah, it looks like Belpedio here, Zach, is going to get the extra. The other 2, whether that's Wisdom, I'm not exactly sure. But it looks like Belpedio will get that extra one, kind of 2-on-1 there with Iorio. So Bears will have a power play. It's a great opportunity for them. They get a big kill. Look to put one in here on this power play.
Hershey's got their top power play unit on the ice right now. They went 0 for 4 in game number 1, but Todd Nelson talked about how good the Phantoms have been against the Bears, getting in shooting lanes and taking away some of those one-time opportunities from the flanks that the Bears like from Ivan Miroshnichenko and others. But 5 forwards on the power play. Alex Limoges, Hendrix Lapierre, Ivan Miroshnichenko, Pierre Dubé, and Mike Scarbosa. That is a lot of weapons for Hershey when they are on their game. So they try to draw first blood here on the power play. Scoreless with 10:40 to go in the first period. First man advantage for the Bears. Lapierre thrown out of the circle, so Scarbosa also a lefty. We'll just switch spots with him. Phantoms win the draw and take it and clear it all the way down the ice. One thing that Lehigh Valley is very good at, that the Bears coaching staff went over in their pre-scout, is face-offs. There's one thing that was mentioned. They have a heavy team that hunkers down on the draws. That will be critical. So now Hershey sets it up in their own zone. Lapierre with it from center will shoot it in. Gahagan will leave it all the way in the right side boards. Limoges handles the puck to the blue line. Scarbosa cross left side. Lapierre to the goal line. Miroshnichenko nearly banked it in off the sliding defenseman. And Gahagan going the wrong direction. And free left wing. Lapierre back to Scarbosa. Dusts off the puck. Surveys his options. Thinks about shooting, now does, but that deflected wide of the goal. Bears will sort it out. 40 gone on the power play. Halfway through the first period. Here in game number 2. Alex Limoges to Hendrix Lapierre. He gives it on back. Limoges' centering feed, not a good one. Intercepted by Grons, and he sends it all the way down the ice.
Yeah, it's, and Todd Nelson there, Zach talked about it in his pregame. Just, getting that puck on net. And I think especially in a playoffs type situation here, we saw it in Coachella last year. It's focused on getting the puck to the net, and that garbage goals, they'll start to come. Once you start shooting that puck, seams start opening up and allows you to be creative with the puck.
Second power play unit is out. Prisky has it. He'll rush ahead to center ice. Taps it right wing. Smallman, he'll have to chip it in towards the back of the goal. Prisky throws a check to knock the puck free, but the Phantoms again all over the Bears right here on the PK. They send it all the way down the ice. Shepard will leave it for Vecchione, the former Phantom. Gives it to Luke Phil. Finished the regular season with 8 points in his final 8 games. Looking to be a difference maker here on PP2. Prisky walks in, sends to the middle. Miss Vecchione on left wing. It's Stravinsky twirling with the puck late in the power play. They got it set up here. Short pass to Phil for the bumper spot. Knocked away from him. But Vecchione has it. Final 5 of the man advantage. Smallman leads to Prisky, who fires. That blocked away by Jennings. Power play is over, but the Bears still have the puck. They're 0 for 1. Stravinsky to Phil. That pass knocked loose. Comes back to Stravinsky. Right wing Smallman, and a glove save and a beauty. Parker Gahagan flashes the leather and denies Spencer Smallman. Great stop. And a look on the replay is Gahagan snatches it to keep us scoreless. We'll bring you back. It's 0-0. Game 2. Tuned into the 2025 Calder Cup playoffs.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Families and sports fans of all ages catch all the Hershey Bears action at the Bears Den at Hershey Lodge. Eat delicious food in a fun Hershey Bears hockey rink atmosphere. Bears fans, take your ticket stub to the Bears Den for buy one, get one free appetizers before, after any home game. Have a pregame party or recap the game with your friends on over 28 TVs or a 9x12-foot high-definition video wall. For more information about the Bears Den, call 534-8601 or visit dininginhershey.com.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the PIAA and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Directors Association.
The Giants Center with a big crowd tonight in Hershey. Crown jewel for Hershey Bears hockey since 2002 when this beautiful building opened. The Bears moving from historic Hershey Park Arena, which still stands to this day, home of Lebanon Valley College, D3 hockey, as well as the Hershey Cubs. Bruce Boudreau owns a junior team there. The Bears practice there often. McDonald off the draw. John McDonald for Hershey. His shot is blocked. Welcome back to Game 2 of the Atlantic Division semifinals. Hershey leads the series 1-0. Zach Fish alongside Garrett Mitchell. Fox 43's Todd Sadowski with us. Producer Ed Albert. A big thank you to Great Save Productions for the broadcast feed here tonight. The crew and house at Giant Center appreciate their help. Puck shot in by Lehigh Valley behind the Bears net. Hunter Shepard is out to play it. Shoots it up the far boards off the stick of John McDonald, but comes in front as Eklund will knock it back of the goal. South of the goal line, John McDonald at the right point. Belpedio on the keep-in to Denoye beneath the goal line. Looks to walk it out front. Phantoms love those quick strike attacks. They're good on the boards and like to grind it out. Riley Sutter can play that game. He creates a turnover. Miro Stachenko clears, and after it is Matt Strome. Hunter McDonald gets there ahead of him, the rookie defenseman out of Northeastern. Back to Belpedio in his own zone.
You talked just a little bit about that, Zach, of playing on the walls there. And, you know, it is. When you have a big, strong team like Lehigh Valley, you know, they're okay with mucking that through the, you know, the boards and low on the yellow. And so for the Bears, it's jump on that quick. When you can outman a guy and you can, you know, create a 2-on-1 there defensively, you know, jump all over that, and that's where you're going to create your opportunities to take that puck away.
Puck rolls free back behind the Bears net. Shepard will leave it along the left wing. Aaron Ness pressured, but up the boards it goes. And Hershey to center looking for Scarbosa. Laid offside, Vecchione across to Vincent Iorio. Ness trying to handle it in his own zone. He will to center. Vecchione. Scarbosa could not walk through the traffic. Obels on the takeaway. Back from overseas after he spent 2 years ago with the Springfield Thunderbirds. It's Iorio with it in his own zone, and the blade offside, some room to maneuver. Vecchione trying to tip it in, but the Phantoms get it back. Garrett Wilson over the blue line, the veteran of 700 American League games. Ness on the takeaway up the far board. Scarbosa to Vecchione to Iorio with some room to rumble. In full flight from center, the Bears defenseman Vincent Iorio shot in and out of the glove of Gahagan. Rebound left, and behind the goal, Alex Bump will cruise in. Confident rookie takes it away. Pierrick Dubé belts him into the boards. Sends him flying, gets the oohs and the ahs from the paying customers. Bump joined this team out of Western Michigan, signing his entry-level deal that starts next year as a 5th-round pick of the Flyers, and came to development camp for the first time with a chip on his shoulder. He said, I didn't think I was a 5th-rounder. Thought I deserved better fate there, and has really impressed the Flyers brass, of course, the national champion. Smallman in, belted along the left side boards. Bears want a penalty call as Garrett Wilson smoked him. Hershey still after the puck, as luckily Smallman back on his feet. Spencer Smallman tries to center. A short pass to Limoges. Rolls it top side. Passy walks the line and shoots. A traffic in front of Gahagan. Never made it through a sharp angle chance and belted behind the goal. Was LaPierre. Is that denied? Belpedio down in pain in front. This is a battle right now. Prisky with it for the blue line. That shot fought off by Gahagan. The rebound is there and deflects away. Tripped up was Limoges, and the officials letting him play here. Probably could have been 2 or 3 penalties called on each side. Mike Sullivan had a good look at it. He says play on. Stretch to center ice. Lexell snaps a shot high and wide of the goal. Back behind the net, Ollie Lexell Sanders. He just missed St. Wisdom, and it clears out to center.
Well, you don't mind that, Zach. As a player, at least if you know the line's going to be there, that you can play through that. So you don't mind it if it's set the tone early. You know, we've seen it here already. They're going to take the extra one. We saw Belpedio take that extra one. So it's that extra one. They're going to let you play between the whistles. So it's all for the Bears, positive for the Bears there.
Long shot from John McDonald fought off. Hershey with the puck. John McDonald has it again along the left side boards. Looks for Bogdan Cherniev and sent back behind the net and knocked away along the near boards. All right, the Phantoms will settle it down with Lexell. Have to keep him at bay. Ollie Lexell to center ice. He'll pull up. Sends to the right wing side. Looks to the middle. That chopped to the net by Grons and rolls wide of the goaltender and back behind the net. Ness looking to come up with it. And Friel on the right boards. Sitting at the left point. It's sent in deep. Bears trying to come up with it again, and it's flipped back towards center ice. Sutter will leave it to Strome, but just miss a charging Luke Phil. Shot back in down the ice. With 4:01 to go in period number 1, and the Bears getting an offensive zone faceoff. As we go back and forth, and Todd Sadowski, a lot of action on both ends. Hunter Shepard been pretty quiet for him as the Bears have had some good looks.
Action in the form of boards rattling. Wow, these guys are really going after each other. And, you know, for the Phantoms, they know they can't go down 2-zip. And for the Bears, they know the opportunity in front of them. But both these teams have come out physical. And, Garrett, you mentioned that second hit. They're all making sure they get that first hit in.
Draw to the right of Gahagan. And the physicality ramps up this time of year and only gets higher as you go on, especially as the series progresses. We'll try the face-off again. The fans are none too pleased with the guys in stripes. Taking their time, dropping the butt. Scarbosa against Denoye. Third time's a charm. Bears with a draw. Knocked down his Dubé, but a puck thrown on in is saved by Gahagan on this second effort. Adam Ginning will tiptoe out of his own zone. The defenseman to Denoye at center. He'll backhand it in behind the Bears net. Iorio up the boards. Left for Scarbosa from Vecchione. Mike and Mike connect. Mike Scarbosa, right wing for the Bears. Threw it in the feet wide of Dubé. Ness tries to center. He had rolled down low. Phantoms get it back, and here they come with numbers. But the Bears changing. LaPierre helps that out. The shot easily snatched by Hunter Shepard. He'll hold it with 3:30 to go in the first. And once again, we got a meeting of the minds after the play as Iorio and Giovanni Smith will have to be separated. 3:30 to play in the first period. The bad blood is building. We'll bring you back. No score. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears hockey.
This summer, you can make the biggest splash with the Summer Fun Card at Hershey Park. You get unlimited visits all summer long for just $99. Conquer coasters like Wildcat's Revenge, Sky Rush, and leave gravity behind on the all-new Twizzlers Twisted Gravity. Then race down water slides. Lounge in the lazy river. It's the best way to cool off. You get the flexibility you need and the thrills you crave. The Summer Fun Card at Hershey Park. Only available for a limited time.
Why settle for affordable, or easy, or full flavor when you can have all three? Shop our Giant brands and get groceries that are as good on your plate as they are on your pocketbook. There are thousands of affordable Giant brand products across the store. Affordable, easy, full flavor. Our Giant brands are today's no-brainer way to save on your groceries. Save on your next grocery bill when you shop all of our Giant brands.
Buy a Giant brand Chicken Street Taco Kit and get chips and salsa for free.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey here at Giant Center. No score between the Bears and the Phantoms. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in the first period of game number 2. Garrett, your thoughts so far in this frame? The Bears out shooting the Phantoms 5-2. Neither team's connecting on the power play. What have you seen thus far?
Oh, it's been physical, Zach, and we knew coming in. Lehigh Valley's a heavy team. They're going to come in, finish every check, and you know what? I guess one thing that I love from the Bears side of it, Zach, is that the Bears haven't backed down. They put it right back to Lehigh Valley. So for them right now, it's just continue to do that. You're going to wear a team down, and this is a team that obviously that's played a lot of hockey, the Bears that is, and they know how to win. And it comes down to those little things, finishing that check and just making a guy think twice before he goes back and gets that puck out.
Alex Limoges with it back behind the goal. He'll cruise it to safety and flips it up the middle. Knocked towards LaPierre, but he went out of the zone and it stayed in. Lexell will take it and shoot it back behind the net. Spencer Smallman is after it. His first year at the Bears. 22, Calder Cup champion with Chicago. That run, he had 2 goals for the Wolves. Overall in the playoffs, 4 career Calder Cup playoff goals, including 1 in Game 1. Puck lands for Jake Massey in his own zone. D to D to Prisky, who sends to Smallman. Coming off a career year, he signed a 2-year extension with the Bears. Smallman also a champion in the Quebec Major Junior League in his earlier days. Hershey just a bit off on that pass, so Prisky has to funnel it back towards his own zone. Jet Luchenko with it. Philly first rounder to center. Prisky steps up and throws a big hit there. Running into Alex Bump.
Yeah, Alex Bump there, Zach. He's lucky because Chase Prisky comes down, and if he ends up going right through him, I think Prisky lets up just a little bit. That's one that's going to hurt Bump for a couple ice bags after this game for sure.
John McDonald with it, fighting in front of his own net for the puck. Garrett Wilson comes up with it, sends it back behind the net. Good stick by John McDonald for the Bears. And out to center ice it goes. Ivan Muralstachenko, right wing Rabinski with some running room. Cuts to the net and shoots off the far pad. Gahagan knocked it away. Got his stick on it to angle it out of harm's way. Right idea, but Gahagan was able to control that rebound a bit more than Rabinski wanted. Comes to center ice. Nearly too many as Jennings plays the puck with a line change being completed. Here Wilson with a high hit. It comes to Bump. Works it in around Muralstachenko. Alex Bump never afraid to shoot it. That one Hunter Shepard will take all day. A stick save to knock it back behind the goal. Stravinsky with some running room to center ice. Left wing lead for Trineyev, and the Bears are offside. Trineyev took a poke after the play, and here we go again with face washes aplenty between these two. Cooler heads will prevail and gives us a chance to check in with what's to come with Todd Sadowski.
Coming up in our Penn State Health First Intermission Report, we posed the question to the guys ahead of the series. The Bears can win the Calder Cup again if, and we'll see how they completed the sentence. Plus, AHL Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux joins us for some analysis. We'll have your first period highlights. That's all in the First Intermission Report, sponsored by Penn State Health.
Yeah, looking forward to having Mitch join our coverage in between periods. The AHL and Hershey Bears Hockey Club Hall of Famer is number 16, retired here, a legend. He lives in central Pennsylvania. Have him on our radio broadcast. He'll join Todd coming up a little bit later in our intermission. See if we have any goals before then. Less than 90 seconds to play in the first period of action. 0-0 on the Penn State Health scoreboards. It's Matt Strome circling back in his own zone. Strome to center ice, gives way left wing to Aaron Ness, who pulls up and chips it back of the Lehigh Valley goal. Jennings belts it to the boards, hobbles to take it to Anthony Richard. He plays it forward to center. Jennings passes, sticked out by Sutter, and knocked back behind the net where the Bears come up with it. Hunter Shepard lost his mask on a collision through the crease, and hopefully he's all right here as he's down on the ice. Not sure exactly how that happened as Shepard lost his helmet as they went through the crease there.
Yeah, it looked like a stick there got him just on the way past there, Zach. Kind of in between the post and Hunter Shepard's back of his head there, ends up just pulling it off forward. But it looks like he's going to be okay there. It's one where you sit there long enough that they're going to blow the whistle for you.
Todd had a good look at it down there. He's right behind Hunter Shepard. Here's the replay.
You can hear the reaction. It wasn't just a sweeping stick. Actually came up underneath and took it off. Now, inadvertent, they'll call it. But that's, you got to be careful bringing a stick through a crease like that.
Well, the Bears screaming at Giovanni Smith right now. Anybody that's close to him, not happy at all with the Phantom. And the officials missed that one.
Yeah, that's one you look at, you want back, and it happens quick, Zach. Right? It's a quick little play, hard for us to see it up here, but I think that's one that they'd want back.
Cleared all the way down. Hunter McDonald behind the net. Riley Sutter missed the hit on him. Gloved down by Matt Strome. Unable to keep it, though, back to center ice. Luckily, Shepard is all right. Just lost the helmet, and the play was blown dead because of that. Strome at center on the backhand. Will scoop it in. Gahagan can't stop it with the goal stick. Philp on the forecheck. Sutter along the left wing. Tries to fling a net front. Giovanni Smith knocked it away. Strome tries to finish his hit on Giovanni Smith. Gives him a swipe back. 20 seconds to play in a scoreless first period. Prisky with it. Darting out of his own zone. Headman feeds. Strome on the far blue line. Who they say he was offside. Trying to control that puck and bring it in sideways. The officials say he was ahead of the play.
Yeah, it's like I said, Zach, if it's bang bang, it's probably maybe just, if it's off, it's just off. The unfortunate part of that is it's going to end up coming all the way back to the defensive zone because it's going to come back from where Chase Prisky passes this puck. But it's hard to tell there. We're not going to get a great angle of, where he ends up touching that puck. But the unfortunate part is it comes all the way to the defensive zone.
Draw to the left of Hunter Shepard. The Bears will get fresh personnel out there as the Scarbosa, Vecchione, and Dubé line out on the ice for head coach Todd Nelson, the third-year Bears bench boss. On the left of Shepard. Hershey will clear it off the stick of the defenseman back to center with the final 10 seconds of a 0-0 first period. Gaucher up the left wing, neutralized by Pierrick Dubé. Massey steps up to try to find it as well. Final seconds will tick off the clock. And that's it for the first period of play. The shots were 6-3, favoring the Bears, but no score after one, Garrett.
Yeah, you know what, Zach, I think at the end of the day there, that's a great first period there by the Bears. I think, Lehigh Valley would say the same thing. It's a good period of hockey all around, and for them now it's go back, regroup. There's some things there that obviously are going to boil over. I think looks like it into the second period, but we're in for a great game here tonight, Zach.
Yeah, as you see from the high angle here, Giovanni Smith and Matt Strome still yelling at each other as the two teams head to the dressing room, and Garrett Wilson and Louis Belpedio having words as well. And the officials want Matt Strome to go ahead and head down the tunnel, trying to get this over with. He will head off, and both teams will head to the dressing room to sort out, try to adjust in the second period, but the officials may have their hands full when it's all said and done after this first period of play that sees the feistiness ramping up to the next level. That's playoff hockey after all. We'll hear from Riley Sutter coming up with Todd Ice Level in just a moment, but you expect the temperature to be high, especially as the series builds. It's that line of discipline, as we talked about. The officials, like you said, are going to start grabbing one guy out of these piles, so you have to be careful.
Well, that's exactly it. And when you play a team, Zach, 12 times, 10, 12 times in it throughout the regular season, you play them last year in the playoffs, it's going to boil over. A lot of these guys are the same guys that, have been there for the last couple of years. And for them right now, like I said, it's a full out, Lehigh's coming in trying to send a statement to Hershey from last year, and Hershey's trying to go right back and do the same thing.
Hershey Bears hockey coming to you live on Fox 43 and the Giant Bears Radio Network, and Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski is standing by. He's with Riley Sutter.
So not a big surprise to see the physicality really ramped up. The boards rattling there in the first period. About what you guys expected, Riley?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, between seeing them 12 times or whatever it was in the season, and then come playoff time, intensity is always going to ramp up. So, we expected that. I think we can do a little more of what they're doing.
So when you get to the second period, when does it become antagonizing, right? They might be trying to bait. That's where the discipline comes in from a playoff team, and not taking something where that puts you guys at a disadvantage.
For sure. I think the biggest thing is just try to play whistle to whistle, stay out of the stuff afterwards. We're going to try to suck guys in on their team and, take undisciplined penalties. So, I think we just got to keep playing hard between the whistles.
Defensively, you guys have been fantastic the first two games. What are the unique challenges that their offense presents, and some of the things that you guys are doing to neutralize that?
They got a lot of guys that can put the puck in the net, so I think you got to respect their space, but you also can't give them too much space, because then they're going to take advantage of it. You got a lot of big forwards, so you just got to try to keep them to the outside and limit their time and space.
Fun time of year for you. You got a lot of experience doing this stuff.
It's the best time of year for sure. Weather's getting nice. It's hockey. That's why we play, to win a championship.
Thanks a lot, Riley. Appreciate it. All right, good luck in the second period. There you have it, guys. Nothing surprising happened in the first period. A lot of physicality, but we'll see how far it goes coming up in the second.
Thank you very much, Todd. We'll step aside and bring you back with more coverage. No score. You're tuned in to the 2025 Calder Cup playoffs on Fox 43.
Every child deserves the best teachers, facilities, and academic programs to set them up for success.
Full
At Milton
self-contained
Hershey School
audio
in Hershey,
piece here, then we'll be
Pennsylvania,
live for the
we
following
make that a
segment.
reality for children from qualifying
Thanks, Art.
families who are looking for greater opportunities. Milton Hershey School enrolls students from pre-K through 12th grade from across the United States to live and learn on a beautiful state-of-the-art campus with all costs covered. Are you looking to set your child up for success or know a child who could benefit from Milton Hershey School? Learn more at mhskids.org/admissions.
York Kia is now GM Valvo Kia, featuring the same great guys and the great family ownership. They're the proud sponsor of the Kenny Smith Award, awarded post-game each broadcast to the Hershey Bears Player of the Game. Head on over to GM Valvo Kia and see our monks and the boys just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York, PA, and tell them the Hershey Bears sent you. That's the all-new GM Valvo Kia, proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears.
Tradition and excellence, two words that describe the Hershey Bears and Fairview Golf Course in Lebanon. Fairview Golf Course in Lebanon, where you can come spend a day with us on the links, work on your game at the driving range, shop for the latest styles in the pro shop, grab a great cocktail after your round. Find us on the web at fairview.distinctgolf.com. Fairview Golf Course, home to great golf in the Lebanon Valley, and the back-to-back Calder Cup champion Hershey Bears.
Welcome back for more Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43. This is the Penn State Health first intermission report as the Bears are hosting the Phantoms for Game 2 of their best-of-5 series. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. Now, the Bears, of course, are the two-time defending Calder Cup champs, and they won those cups in very different ways. There are no guarantees when the playoffs roll around, and fully understanding they need to take it one game at a time, we had the Bears complete this sentence. This year's Bears can win the Calder Cup if...
That's a great question. This year's Bears team can win the Calder Cup if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. You know, we're a team that has a tendency to make that big glaring mistake at the wrong time, which are all teachable moments, right? So hopefully the teachable moments pay off now for our group, and we can take advantage of that as a hockey team, you know, and I think the start is important to us too. And I know it's very cliche-ish, but I think coming out of the gate for this group is going to be super important, because when we're confident we're playing at that high level, that's the best version of us.
The Bears did, in fact, get off to a solid start with their 3-0 shutout in Game 1. The captain, Aaron Ness, knows everyone will need to do whatever it takes if they have any chance to win 3 in a row.
The biggest thing for us, and I think any team, is try not to beat yourself. I think playoff hockey is a different style. It's a want and a will and a lot of sacrifice from all players in all types of games. You know, high-end skill guy might be making a different play than he did 4 months ago. So it's time, and our group knows it, and we're excited.
We'll be back with first period analysis from Hershey Bears and AHL Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43.
Phone's blowing, put you in the driver's seat. No other buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, put you in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Boundaries defy odds and strive for greatness. At Penn State Health, we share that drive. We tackle medicine's toughest challenges, leading to breakthrough treatments and even cures. Our researchers are passionate and push the limits, like the discovery of a pediatric cancer treatment that led to an FDA-approved drug, drawing patients globally to central Pennsylvania. Penn State Health, driven for you.
Elite Coach is the official transportation provider for the Hershey Bears Hockey Club. Elite Coach is a full-service ground transportation company specializing in group travel. Elite Coach makes group travel easy, whether it's an over-the-road trip, a return home from the airport, or a team outing to the ballpark. Elite Coach does the work so you can enjoy worry-free travel. Check them out at EliteCoach.com. Again, EliteCoach.com. That's EliteCoach.com.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Protas off the draw, shoots and scores. It's a short-handed goal. Central Pennsylvania is Caps country. Hi, everybody. John Walton here, reminding you that you can listen to Capitals games for free wherever you are, just by dialing up CapsRadio247.com. You can listen to every Capitals game for free and select Bears games as well, all for free at CapsRadio247.com. Let's go Bears. Let's go Caps.
welcome back to Chocolatetown. The Hershey Bears scoreless with the Lehigh Valley Phantoms after one period in Game 2 of their best-of-5 Atlantic Division semifinal. Joined now with Mitch Lamoureux, AHL Bears Hall of Famer. We were just looking, I think his banner's over my right shoulder. But look, Mitch, these kind of games, as a former player, you're probably like, hey, oh, look what's happening out there. Wait, look for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's really physical. You get caught up in a lot of those hits. Giovanni Smith takes off Hunter Shepard's mask. Things are just happening quickly out there for the refs to cover. But point is, it's really physical. You think they're playing some defensive hockey out there?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, both teams play very well defensively, and that's why both teams are not creating a lot of offense. They're playing above the puck. They're not giving them. They're staying between the team with the puck and their net. Both teams are doing a very good job. Not a lot of chances. If the Bears shoot a little more, you saw that midway through the period, you're going to get a dirty goal. Okay, because Hagen is not fielding the puck very well. You know, he's bobbling it a little bit, so you might get a rebound, you know, but you got to keep trying to get shots through. You can't, this is the type of game where you can't be too cute, you know, and it's like Coach Nelson says, all the goals aren't going to be Picasso's. You know, you get a dirty goal, but they're both playing well. I mean, and the power plays, you mentioned it to me off air, that either one has a great record against each other. So you saw the Phantoms power play. The Bears had the best chance on a 2-on-2 with Henrik Rubinski and Bogdan Chernaev, and then the Bears power play just didn't move it quick enough to create any opportunities. They tried to force a couple to the middle, but it wasn't there.
It's one of those grinded out games. You have to be careful. You mentioned the dirty goals. They got to be careful of dirty hits. We'll be back right after this with first period highlights with Zach and Garrett. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43.
It's time to gear up your Toyota and hit the road with a huge selection of vehicles at your local Toyota dealer, including great options with available 4-wheel and all-wheel drive, like the sleek and efficient 25 Camry with peak performance and style. Or check out the adventure-ready RAV4, built for every road or no road at all. Or gear up a rugged and reliable Tacoma or Tundra. Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Bears fan, Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski here, and we're thrilled to bring Hershey Bears hockey to your television this season. Make sure you join us at the Giant Center in person, but if you can't, we'll carry select games on Fox 43 and our digital channel, Antenna TV. Check fox43.com and hersheybears.com for a broadcast schedule as Zach Fish and I bring you every second of the action. It's time to chase the Calder Cup, so don't miss a minute and watch the Hershey Bears on Fox 43.
Why settle for affordable, or easy, or full flavor when you can have all three? Shop our Giant brands and get groceries that are as good on your plate as they are on your pocketbook. There are thousands of affordable Giant brand products across the store. Affordable, easy, full flavor. Our Giant brands are today's no-brainer way to save on your groceries. Save on your next grocery bill when you shop all of our Giant brands.
Buy a Giant brand Chicken Street Taco Kit and get chips and salsa for free.
Families and sports fans of all ages catch all the Hershey Bears action at the Bears Den at Hershey Lodge. Eat delicious food in a fun Hershey Bears hockey rink atmosphere. Bears fans, take your ticket stub to the Bears Den for buy one, get one free appetizers before or after any home game. Have a pregame party or recap the game with your friends on over 28 TVs or a 9x12-foot high-definition video wall. For more information about the Bears Den, call 534-8601 or visit dininginhershey.com.
York Kia is now GM Valvo Kia, featuring the same great guys and the great family ownership. They're the proud sponsor of the Kenny Smith Award, awarded post-game each broadcast to the Hershey Bears Player of the Game. Head on over to GM Valvo Kia and see Al Monks and the boys just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York, PA, and tell them the Hershey Bears sent you. That's the all-new GM Valvo Kia, proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears playoff hockey from Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. After the first period of play, no score between the Bears and Phantoms here in Game 2 of the Atlantic Division semifinals. The Bears lead the series 1-0 in this best-of-5. Well, Garrett, we're going to look at the highlights in just a moment from a physical first period of play. We knew the intensity would ratchet up. These teams played 10 times in the regular season, just getting feistier out there.
Yeah, and you know what? I think at the end of the day there, Zach, it's we knew that was going to be what it's all about, and it didn't disappoint here whatsoever.
Well, the fans ready for this one here today. Hunter Shepard was perfect in game number 1, and he'd be perfect in the first period. Now, he only faced 3 shots on goal, but the fans with an early power play. Shepard into the game with an early kick save, and here we go with the physicality. Hit or be hit here tonight.
Yeah, it was a heads-up game of hockey here, and you know what? We saw this. They take an extra one here, Belpedio does, and that's going to be there all night long. You're going to end up having to take that extra, so it's a disciplined game here. Physical but disciplined game here, Zach.
Parker Gahagan with 6 saves in the first period for the Phantoms, as both goaltenders good in a lot of this. A lot of chippiness. There's a little punch from Giovanni Smith, who has gotten under the Bears' skin. We also saw Nikita Grabenkin. Here it is. Thought it was Smith at first. Hits the helmet of Hunter Shepard, knocks it off. Luckily, Shepard was all right. The officials missed that one. No penalty calls. Both teams went 0 for 1 on the power play. So what do you want to see more of in the second, Garrett, from the Bears? The 6 shots on goal from Hershey. How do they fire on all cylinders offensively?
Yeah, I think for them, it's start chipping pucks in. Make those defensemen go turn. And when you start making a defenseman turn, it's a difficult game out there, Zach. And I think for them, it's set the tone. They've been able to be physical, and now it's just go back, play some ozone hockey, and take it to them.
Fans filing back into their seats here at Giant Center. Period 2 is next. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears Hockey.
It's time to gear up your Toyota and hit the road with a huge selection of vehicles at your local Toyota dealer, including great options with available 4-wheel and all-wheel drive, like the sleek and efficient 25 Camry with peak performance and style. Or check out the adventure-ready RAV4, built for every road or no road at all. Or gear up a rugged and reliable Tacoma or Tundra. Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
What's better than taking care of your eyes? Bringing your prescription to Bouquet Mulligan & Mayo Eye Professionals. Both locations in Cleona and Elizabethtown offer a variety of optical services that are sure to leave you satisfied. The in-house digital laboratory and the skill of certified opticians, the most trusted optical office in Lebanon County. Experience crystal clear vision with our precision optical lenses designed to enhance your game day experience. Visit Bouquet Mulligan & Mayo for unparalleled eye care that truly stands out. Visit them online at bmdi.com.
The Hilton Garden Inn Hershey is just a few miles from the home of the Hershey Bears. Begin your stay with dinner at the Garden Grill and Bar. Unwind in our indoor pool and hot tub. Rest up in the comfort of Hilton quality bedding. Then enjoy the many incredible attractions in town. As an added bonus, the Hilton Garden Inn Hershey offers a private event room for up to 80 people, complete with full-service catering. Check us out at hershey.gardeninn.com.
Stroman Bakeries, the makers of Stroman White Bread and Rolls and Dutch Country Bread and Rolls, is a proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears hockey team. With 6 local Pennsylvania bakeries, you can always be sure that your Stroman bread and rolls have been delivered fresh baked and delicious to your grocer's shelf. And with so many varieties to choose from, Stroman has a favorite for everyone in the entire family. For perfect PB&Js every time, choose soft, delicious Stroman white bread. For flavor you thought went out with a horse and buggy, try Dutch Country Bread and Rolls. Made from original recipes with the hearty grains and wholesome goodness of traditional Pennsylvania Dutch baking, Dutch Country makes all of your sandwiches special. For a tasty, heart-healthy treat, just 2 slices of Dutch Country 100% whole wheat bread supplies 24% of your recommended daily allowance of fiber. When it's freshness, flavor, and family nutrition you're looking for, Stroman delivers.
A look inside. A look inside the seedless Hershey Theater, 92 years. The original seats were removed as part of the renovations that will go on for the rest of the year. Theater also announced its Broadway series returns March 24th, 2026. Tina Turner, the musical, coming to town. Always something exciting going on in Hershey, Pennsylvania, the sweetest place on earth. The fans are here and making some noise for their Hershey Bears. 87 years of Hershey Bears hockey. They're going for Calder Cup number 14, trying to make it 3 in a row. This game 2 of the Atlantic Division semifinals. We're back underway at Giant Center. No score between the Bears and Phantoms. Hershey leads this best-of-5 series 1-0. With former Bears captain Garrett Mitchell, I'm Zach Fish. Todd Sadowski is ice side. We'll hear from him later on. Puck shot in behind the net with the 2 teams. Switching sides here for the second. The Bears in chocolate and cream. moving right to left. Prisky behind his own net, up the right side boards. Pierre Dubé to center. On the money to Mike Scarpos. Cutting in. Right wing to Vecchione. Mike and Mike connect. They leave in the feet of Prisky. He shoots from a sharp angle. Gahagan the save. He will hold it. Quick pause, 10 seconds for station identification for those tuned in of our simulcast coverage on the Giant Bears Radio Network.
Harrisburg's home of the 13-time Calder Cup champion Hershey Bears is WTKT Harrisburg and WTKT HD Fox Sports 1460.
Get a look at the replay on our Reese's replay of the opportunity for Chase Prisky, the short side bid, trying to connect up high on Gahagan. And a good save by the Phantoms goaltender, Parker Gahagan, former Army product between the pipes. Spent some time this year in the ECHL. He's made the most of his opportunity, winning the #1 job to start the playoffs over the veteran Cal Peterson. LaPierre keeps it in the left wing, knocks it back behind the goal. Spencer Smallman is with it, and a goal in game #1. LaPierre throws a check, disrupts the puck. Zade Wisdom sent flying. Phantoms look to clear it to center, but the Bears lowering the boom. Belpedio lost it. Alex Limoges knocked off balance, but able to get it deep. Trying to fight through the traffic. The visitors come up with it left to right. Zade Wisdom to center ice. Coming off a career year, he gets it forward. Hunter McDonald, the defenseman, off the back window behind the Bears net. Ness up the far wing. Smallman ahead. Gets it back from Limoges. Dashes in down the right side. Smallman along the boards. Plays it behind the net. LaPierre centering bid. That one to no one in particular. Misfires all the way back behind Hershey's net.
That's a great opportunity there, Zach. It's a bump back. He's able to come in with speed, and he doesn't throw it the net. He doesn't give it away. He makes a play, behind the net, and unfortunately, it's it's an errant pass, but that's the right play. Don't throw that puck away. You work way too hard to come get it. Make sure you make the right play with that puck.
Mirosnichenko to the blue line. Lieberman gives it back to Mirosnichenko. Centers, jammed on goal, and a good save. Gahagan. Trinyev in front, right at the top of the blue paint. You talk about going hard to the goal and getting those greasy goals. That one, a good look right there as Lieberman helped set it up to Mirosnichenko to Trinyev. And a good save made as the Bears, Todd, knocking on the doorstep.
And I've loved the way Bogdan Trinyev's been physical right from the first whistle of game 1. And one of the advantages of having the same lineup is the chemistry you continue to build. That was a great little spin pass by Miro with Bogdan right there.
Phantoms off the face-off will play it out to center ice. 8th save of the game for Gahagan. Cleared in behind the Bears net, Nicky Lieberman. Number 4 in his sweater. He's 4-0 in his 4 career playoff games. Shot to the net. Good left pass saved by Shepard on Grabenkin. And a penalty call of the Bears. Richard is down and in pain. Stick came up and he's crumpled over in the face-off circle on the near side. Both officials with their arms up. And we'll see how many minutes this penalty is on Lieberman.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be 2 there, Zach. But, it's I think if you look at that first period there, there's a couple that probably get away from the crew out there. And, it's some. They're not going to miss twice there. I don't know if it's that much there, Zach. It doesn't look like it's a super egregious, high stick there. But nonetheless, they missed a couple in the first period, and I think that's something they're to track down on here. It's some of the Bears right now. They just got to work on killing this thing off and build the momentum going forward.
None more egregious than the missed high stick on Hunter Shepard from Nikita Grabenkin. But now it's the Phantoms that go to the power play for the second time this game. And a face-off knocked back behind the goal. Aaron Ness with the puck. Short side bid for Lexell. Knocked away from him. Andre walks in and shoots, and Shepard is there to shuffle out, make the save. Good stop by Hunter Shepard, and no rebound.
Well, and the seas just part there, Zach, and it's Emil ends up coming all the way down there, and it's on a tee for him, and Riley Sutter gets tracked all the way down, but Hunter Shepard, he's up at the top of his paint, and for him, he makes a great save, no rebound, and sucks that thing right up.
Good opportunity, 8 seconds into the power play for Emil Andre, who spent some time with Philadelphia, the NHL affiliate. On the goal line, it's picked up by the Phantoms. Back to Andre from the center point. His shot knocked down. Riley Sutter pays the price and gets the clear.
It's a great block there, Zach, by Riley Sutter. He takes that, it hits him in not a great spot. There's not a whole lot of padding there. So for him, it's a big shot block, big kill, and a bigger clear for the Bears.
Strength pass ahead, thumped away by John McDonald for the Bears. Hershey able to get some fresh personnel out with Rabinski and Trinyev up top killing. Andre from the right point. 1:15 left on the power play. 0-0. Early moment, second period. 3 minutes in. Rodrigo Abel spent some time with the Flyers as well. Andre in the left wing. Bears have that covered. He'll go back to Andre, walking the blue line laterally. Iorio stick in the lane. Abel's goal line feed. Fumbling the puck is Lixell. He'll dust it off. Send it down low again. Abel's blocked away. Vincent Iorio had that read well. But the Bears can't untangle the puck. It's the Phantoms, but everything from the perimeter. Bears doing a good job keeping them out of interior ice. Now Lehigh Valley turns it over. Time and space for Iorio to clear it.
Great job there, Zach. And Vinny doesn't get too wound up there. He lets that all kind of happen in front of him and ends up getting clear out of it. But you keep that puck in front of you, especially on the penalty kill. You keep that in front of you and ends up they end up running out of time and space, and you get that clear for the Bears.
Anthony Richard, who took the high stick to draw the penalty, a mishandle. It's played back to center. Elpidio has it right in front of the penalty boxes, and there is Sutter again. Clears this. It goes up and out of play with 16 seconds left on the Lieberman high-sticking minor, and just under 4 minutes off the clock here in the second period. On the other side of the Atlantic Division, Game 1 between Charlotte and Providence at the Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence. Charlotte, who also had a first-round bye, leading 3-1 in their second period. John Leonard, Justin Sorniff, Michael Benning with the goals for the Checkers. Keep an eye on that series and see how it progresses, as the winner of this series will play them next. Ways away from that. Now to get to 3 wins. The Bears have 1 under their belt. Final 5 seconds left in the Lieberman penalty. Still looking for the game's first goal. Hershey clears to the blue line. Belpedio on the keep in. Knocked back down and cleared to center ice. Sutter has it, and he's able to get around bump. On the wing to Lieberman out of the box. Pushed hard into the boards. Belted from behind by Wilson. And the Bears did not like that. Then Wilson's helmet is ripped off. He wanted a call. None coming either way.
Yeah, that's one, Zach. I think that's got to go too. You take a soft one down here in the offense or in the defensive zone for the Bears. That's one that's got to go. It's from behind. He's still on the ice.
Lieberman is in serious trouble and pain right now, coming off the ice, being helped off standing up. Bears can't believe that wasn't called. Here's Dubé, and he shoots, and the whistle went. It's gloved and caught by Gahagan, but the whistle had gone with 15:11 to go. And there's too many men on the ice here. So in the confusion of Lieberman getting hit from behind by Wilson, the officials blow the play dead with too many skaters on. And the Bears upset here, and they have every right to be.
Well, it's going to be interesting. That's a conversation there that Nestor's going to end up having here. And, it's frustrating. You have a guy that goes in Nicky Lieberman. He gets hit from behind, Zach, and that's about as clear as it can be, and a dangerous one. It's different if it's boarding and he goes shoulder and shoulder and something happens. But this is right from the numbers, Zach, and that's about as blatant as it gets from checking from behind. It's tough. It's tough for that not to be called here, especially in a game like this.
I mean, look, Garrett Wilson is a competitor. He's a captain. He's been around the league a long time, and this guy gets a boatload of penalty minutes, 134 this year, over 200 last year. Now, the officials are chatting here after this. There was no call on Wilson, of course, at that time. And the Bears brought it up ice. Dubé looked like he had all sorts of room, and as he was getting ready to shoot that puck, the whistle blew, and there was a lot of chocolate sweaters out there on the ice. Too many men on the ice was indicated. The officials right now have not put a penalty up on either side. With 15:11 to go here in the second period, they are chatting with the linesman, Sean Oliver is over there. Jeremy Foucher is the one chatting with them, and Sean Oliver is between the benches helping keep the peace. There's the hit right there. They show it again on the video board from behind.
Yeah, and you talk about it, Zach. I mean, as a former player, I love the way that Garrett Wilson plays. I think as a captain, as a leader, as a veteran guy that plays, I have nothing, but good things to say about his game. It's just that's a hit, Zach, that we're trying to, as players, as ex-players, as current players, you're trying to take that out of the game. And it's even tougher when you lose a guy. Hopefully Nicky's okay, and it looks like he walks off under his own power. But it's one of those things. It's a tough situation to see, especially when a guy ends up having to go off the ice.
So they have called over Foucher back now. He was standing between the benches. The linesperson goes over to chat with the two referees. Oliver was over there previously. The officials chatting right now to see could they be discussing with their fellow cohorts in stripes if they felt there should have been a penalty that they missed. They can get together and discuss that after the fact. There was no whistle between those two items when the call was made on Hershey. So we'll have to see what gets sorted out as Aaron Ness is coming over to talk to Todd Nelson.
I would say, obviously we don't have a microphone down there. I would say that because of that, it looks like, it doesn't look like the Bears are Bears aren't going to get a penalty there. Looks like they'll probably rescind that. I don't know if Lehigh will get a penalty on that Wilson check. It's hard to tell, but I do think that that's probably what they're going over. They're coming over to talk about it, and we'll see.
Now Wilson is having a rather animated conversation with referee Jordan Samuels-Thomas right now. Wilson is still on the bench. You see him and Ian LePerriere there, and they don't look happy.
Well, yeah, so it looks, I see Mike Sullivan come over. It looks like they're going to call too many men here on the Bears. It looks like Lapierre, their side of it, or LaPerriere is fired up. It wouldn't surprise me if you see a penalty called against Garrett Wilson for that check from behind. They're able to come back. It might be a double minor. They can call that as a double minor. They might even call it as a check from behind. 5 in a game here.
5 in a game for Wilson. Too many men on the ice for Hershey. They talk about it and they throw Wilson out of the game. The officials get together. There was not a penalty on the initial play, but a 5-minute major that Elliot Denoye will serve. So 2 minutes of 4-on-4 action, and the Bears will have a major power play for 3 minutes. So that is a big call made by the guys in stripes. They get together, and Nicky Lieberman was hurt. He went down the tunnel. He was standing there in an awkward spot, bent over the bench. He did not go in the glass. We should note that there, as you saw in the replay. It was over the bend of the boards, and a vicious hit by Wilson from behind, and Lieberman was hurt on the play. And we look at a chance. The puck coming across to Lieberman, goes to handle it. Wilson buries him. You see Lieberman down in an awkward spot. Then the Bears got called for too many men, but there was no initial call on the play. So give the officials credit for getting together and getting it right.
Well, I was just going to say that, Zach. I think that's probably the biggest takeaway of this is obviously those guys don't see it. You have 2 other guys on the ice that can make that call. So it's a great call by them. They get together and make the right call.
Jennings walks in and just missed past Hunter Shepard. Falling down is Trenier of the Bears 4-on-4. Got to be careful here. The Phantoms have it now. So too many men on the ice for the Bears. Miroshnichenko is serving, and they didn't have too many skaters in the chaos of the Lieberman hit. 4-on-4, though, opens up some room for the speedy Henrik Rubinski. Coming off a career year, he drops it right wing to Prisky. Wheels in his backhander, wide of a standing Gahagen. So see if we can see that power play break out for the Bears when they go to the man advantage in 118. Phantoms scoot in 4-on-4. Gaucher elects to turn it back, but gave it up to Iorio. 3-on-2 over the blue line. Iorio to Trenier. Getting back is Sampson. Trenier tries to hit the trailer Nass, but chucks it back out to center. Settled down by the Bears in their own zone. 1 minute left on the Miroshnichenko penalty that he is serving. 14:05 left, second period. No score here in Game 2. Spencer Smallman scooting in down the left wing. Blows by Sampson. Runs out of real estate. Circles it back behind the goal. Smallman to Nass. To the middle of the ice. Iorio fumbled the puck. Comes to Vecchione, and he popped it past Smallman. A little too much zip on that pass. Turns Hershey in their own zone.
Well, Zach, the Bears are going to have a huge opportunity here. You talked about it a little bit, as this 5-minute penalty goes up. But it's a big opportunity for them. They got 3 minutes here, a full 3 minutes, 5-on-4 to make a dent in this.
And of course, it is what we like to call an all-you-can-eat power play because you score, you're still on the man advantage. It does not go off the board, no matter how many you get in that 3-minute span. That starts in 10 seconds. LaPierre with it. Over the blue line with it for the chocolate and white. Leads for Pierrick Dubé on the near wing. 19 goals in the regular season for Dubé. He sets it up left side. Drops it to Scarbosa. Now a major power play for 3 minutes for the Bears. And a 0-0 game. Scarbosa left side. No shooting lane for Miroshnichenko. Fresh out of the sin bin. He drops to Dubé from a sharp angle. Back door. Nearly banked it in off the defenseman as it rolls free to the far side where Scarbosa plays it behind the net. LaPierre one hands it free after mishandling the puck. Good recovery. To the blue line, Hershey settles it. 2:35 on the major power play. Looking to break the ice. Scarbosa to LaPierre. Backs everybody off. Dubé in the bumper spot. Scarbosa from the right point. Left side, Miroshnichenko's one-timer and blockered away by Gahagen. Comes back to Miroshnichenko. Waits and holds. Sends it cross rink. Mose double clutches and shoots. A save Gahagen. He dropped the rebound and then smothers it and hangs on. Chaos time to start this period. 12:25 to go in the second. Still 2:15 on the power play, but Gahagan with some good stops.
And I'm sure they discussed their power play after the first intermission. A little bit of different strategy, a few more shots, peppering the net. Of course, they're looking for that extra pass if it's going to make it an easy goal, but they're not waiting too long, and they're getting some shots on goal, trying to get one dirty.
Now the second power play unit hops over the boards, and a lot of talent on this. Now Smallman out there who scored in the game yesterday. Prisky led the club with 9 power play goals. Mike Vecchione had 7, so call it power play unit 2, but they had a ton of success in the regular season. Looking for the first power play goal of the series. Philp will win it. Here's Vecchione. He's clutch. Settles it down to Prisky up top. Nearly halfway through this game. Bears looking to draw first blood. Wilson's major penalty for 2:05 to go on it. Smallman will kick it downward. Back behind the net. Trenier missed it. And it's cleared all the way down. Being sharp and crisp is so important on the power play. Waste a lot of time. Skate back behind your own net. Shepard in some trouble. Lost it to Lexell. Prisky will wrap him up behind the goal and save the day. Now busting out to center is Vecchione. Darts in. Offensive territory. Played to Trenier in the slot. Doesn't shoot it. Wheels it back to Prisky. He'll wind and fire. Knocked down in front of Gahagan. He was falling over, as was Grons, and Grons gets in the way. It's clear.
That's a big block there, Zach, by Grons, and that puck, it's a great job. It gets across the box all the way through, and like I said, Grons, that's a big block for him on this 5-on-4.
On the rewind, it's Smallman in down the left wing. He'll pull up, leads to Scarbosa. Back on the ice, 1:15 on the major power play. 0-0. Mike Scarbosa with 8 power play assists in an injury-shortened season. Rostachenko will switch spots. They leave it to Dubé. Walks it in, shoots short side. Is saved by Gahagan with the left arm. Dubé has it again to Rostachenko. Phantoms keeping him to the outside. Scarbosa waits. Shot to the net, deflected wide by Dubé. 1-on-2 in the corner. Needs some help. It's punched out. Kept in by Scarbosa. 50 on the man advantage. Rostachenko feeds to Dubé. Backhand forehand. Round the slide defenseman. Cuts out front. His shot got blocked. Rainbows up in front of Gahagan. Quick like a cat. He will fall on top of it. Once again, pushing and shoving after the play, and you got to be careful here if you're Ivan Mirosnichenko.
Yeah, you just don't want to take that extra one, Zach, and that puck there ends up going up, and it's hard to tell if it goes off of Gahagan or who that actually goes off of on that shot, but it goes up in the air, and Hendricks Lapierre is just unable to find that. He's looking up in the air, can't find it. If he probably stays right where he is, it probably lands right on his tape. So, a little unlucky. Better movement there, Zach, creating some opportunities behind through seams and creating them, to have to break that box. And that's what you want to do. You break that box, that puck's got to go to the net. And for Lehigh, they can't have it broken twice. And the Bears almost do that a couple times there.
Ginning off the face-off behind the net, being wrapped up by Limoges. Lexell will try to turn it around the bend of the boards, and he does. Just 30 left on the penalty being served by Denoye. Garrett Wilson's day is done, so the Phantoms will be without their captain for the remainder of this one. They may be won because he was thrown out of the game.
Again, EliteCoach.com. That's EliteCoach.com.
Well, playoff hockey is intense, and we have seen that here. The Bears are in a tough spot. They do not score on the 3-minute major abbreviated power play, and now they head to the penalty box. Matt Strome throws a hit after being stumped on a breakaway. Both goalies with big stops.
Or Zach, I don't know why they're reviewing this, because in the American Hockey League you can't review it, so I'm not really sure how that works. You're unable to review because you're unable to look at any other camera angle other than the one that's directly above the net.
Do they think Denoye scored on?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
And we don't have the officials with microphones, so maybe they're just looking at if the clock time was incorrect.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, you can go back and look at the clock to make sure. Your guess is as good as mine, folks.
That's okay. You want to have fun with it, Zach, right? It's just laugh and enjoy it.
So it is a 4-minute penalty. Riley Sutter, and that's a big loss on the PK. So Strome got stopped, but Todd had a good look at it. I was 24, not 45, that threw the hit back behind the net, and a second penalty up ice. So the Phantoms kill off the major of 3 minutes. Now the Bears have to kill off a 4-minute penalty on Riley Sutter. Lexell brings it in. The penalty kill tested here. Both came Logan Mail penalty kill. Visit them online at bmdi.com. And Eatown and Cleona. It's a 0-0 stalemate. And they've seen the officials lose control of it a bit here in the second period, and they're trying to regain control. Picked up by Lexell on the left wing. Worked in by the Phantoms. Chopped towards the net. And Aaron Ness will eat that puck. And the Bears take it and clear it.
Yeah, that's one that Lehigh's bench is not going to be happy with. That's one you can't put across there. It's got to go deep, and it's a turnover. It kills 25 seconds there for the Bears.
Strome killing up front with Spencer Smallman with Sutter in the box. John McDonald defending Anthony Richard. He'll flex it on out back to the right point. Belpedio with it. Far wing. Phantoms send it up. They look net front. Knocked away from Jet Luchenko. Still looking for his first pro goal, but an assist master since joining from the junior ranks. On the left wing, wrist shot from Bump knocked down. He loves to fire it. Strome time. He backhands it. It does make it to center. It was played with a high stick by Lehigh Valley. Luckily, the draw will go outside the zone, but probably rather see Strome go to the forehand on that one. But it works out in the end as we check a nice level with Todd.
The Bears and Phantoms have this rivalry has deep playoff roots. Since 97, the Bears hold an 18-12 playoff record against the Phantoms. Series victories in 97, 09, and 24 all led to Hershey championships, the Phantoms claimed the 98 series, securing their first title. So since moving to Allentown in 14-15, Phantoms and Bears have clashed twice in the playoffs, with Hershey winning both.
7 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the second period of play. And off the draw, the Bears win it. And Stravinsky cutting in on the right wing. His shot goes high and wide of the goal. And up the left boards, Cherniev will play it back behind the net. Penalty kill for Hershey for the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds. At center ice along the right wing, Luchenko flying down the near sideboards, plays it back behind the net. Jake Massey is after. University of Vermont product out of Quebec. Keeping things to the far side half boards. Bump with it, holds it on back to the blue line. Second half of the 4-minute penalty now. Goal line pass. They got a man in front for Shire, but Ness took that passing lane away, falling to the ice. Grabinski up top with Massey defending in the far corner. 0-0. 6:20 to go here in the second. Shots are just 13-6 in the game in favor of the Bears. Richard along the right side boards. 2 years ago, he had 30 for the Laval Rocket. He'll send it left wing with some room. Bump to the middle and a great sliding shot blocked by Massey and a clear by Grabinski. Great work by Hershey.
Well, it's a couple of great jobs there, Zach, and obviously that's Jake Massey. Aaron Ness has one earlier, and we call that a long body, and that's just obviously laying down on the ice, pretty self-explanatory. But when you're trying to come to the backside, it's extremely hard to get your stick down, take that lane away. Obviously, a lot easier when you lay a 6-foot frame down on the ice, and a couple of great opportunities there, taken away from Lehigh Valley by the Bears.
Iorio clears it away from Grabenkin. 1 minute left on the 4-minute penalty on Riley Sutter. He got 2 for cross-checking and another 2 for cross-checking. It's Andre for the point. On the left wing, Lexell, he can really gun it. 19 goals this year, thrown to Abels. That shot got blocked. Smallman will clear it off the board, short-handed to center. Smallman with Strome. Spencer closed along the left wing. Drop to John McDonald. He'll kick it loose. Takes it in deep with the Bears changing. He'll rag it along the boards. Phantoms will settle it down to just 32 seconds on the pair of Sutter penalties. Great work by both teams' penalty kills. Nikita Grabenkin picked up in a deal with Toronto. Has it along the left wing. First rounder taken away by Rabinski. Iorio gets there. Great work on the penalty kill for Hershey, down to just 15 seconds left on it.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal there, Zach. And that's exactly. Now it's a build and go, and you're going to kill this thing off here, hopefully. And you got 4 minutes. You go back in, get one here before the break, and get right into it.
Fans making noise here at Giant Center. Hershey looking to use the penalty kill to their advantage. They kill off the 4-minute penalty. Sutter's out of the box. He's got it to center. Strome with it. Final 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in period number 2. 0-0. Sutter throwing his weight around on Ginning for the Phantoms. Jail break up with a puck. A shot way over the goal from Helga Grange as the Bears will clear it out of harm's way to center ice. Knocked down to the red line by Luke Phil. He's crunched to the boards by Denoye. He's able to play it to safety as Sutter falls down. The Bears steal it in front. Nope. Rolled back to the point. John McDonald with it. Across to Prinsky. Bunks in the middle. Shovels it to the net. No idea for Gahagan, but it went wide. Vecchione to John McDonald. Bears looking to strike first like they did in game 1. Built behind the net. He centers Vecchione. That deflects wide. Hagan slid over and a good look. Built setting up. Mike Vecchione was fresh.
That's got to be a call there, Zach. That's a hooking, and it's right on his hands. It's in a scoring opportunity on Mike Vecchione. I think that's one that's got to go, especially after a kill. You kill a 4-minute penalty. That's one that's got to go, especially right through the slot like that.
3:30 to play in the period. 0-0 behind the net. The Bears buzzing here with Vecchione up the near boards. Came free. Massey stepped up. Look out. Bump got around him. Alex bumped down the right wing. Looks and shoots. He got it wide to Shepard. There was some room on the glove side, but back come the Bears. We go end to end. Dubé with it. 3-on-2 over the blue line. He holds it up on the left side boards. Flip to the middle. Backhand feed in front of Vecchione. Shot that knocked down. Scarbosa swinging at it. Hunter McDonald gets there. Chaos in front of the Phantoms net, but it stays out. Chip back to the Bears zone.
I was just going to say, Zach, that's one that Bump's going to want back. He doesn't want to. He does not want to miss that short side. That short side comes all the way around and springs that break for the Bears.
Phantoms dumping in behind the Bears net, up the near boards. Alex Limoges took the hit to make the play. Looking to clear, and it goes back behind the net. Lexell with it. Spins off the check of Iorio. Bears come up with a puck, but Massey couldn't get it out. Thrown down low. Lexell in tight. Shoots off the outside of the goalpost. Shepard had the angle. Lexell couldn't beat him short side. Scarbosa tired, hunts it off the boards, and that off Sampson's glove and into the bench. That's a break for Hershey. 2:23 to go in the second. We'll bring you back. No score, an entertaining game 2. Hershey leads the series. You're tuned in the 2025 Calder Cup playoffs.
Athletes push boundaries, defy odds, and strive for greatness. At Penn State Health, we share that drive. We tackle medicine's toughest challenges, leading to breakthrough treatments and even cures. Our researchers are passionate and push the limits, like the discovery of a pediatric cancer treatment that led to an FDA-approved drug, drawing patients globally to central Pennsylvania. Penn State Health, driven for you.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
What if you woke up every day and knew your job made a difference in the lives of youth? Milton Hershey School is seeking married couples to be house parents, living in and leading a home of 8 to 12 children. House parents are caregivers, mentors, and role models, helping students reach their full potential. At MHS, you can positively impact future generations while receiving competitive compensation and benefits. Start a career with a greater purpose. Apply today at mhskids.org/houseparents.
2 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the second period of play. This has been a back-and-forth affair with a chance that each goaltender has come up big on. Breakaway saves in this period for Hunter Shepard and for Parker Gahenga. They've been flawless, although the teams have combined in this game. 13 shots for Hershey, just 8 for Lehigh Valley. 21 total shots late in the second period.
Yeah, this is a big 2.5 minutes here, Zach, for both teams. I think for the Bears, you just kill off that 4-minute power play against, and now it's go to work, go and play some offensive zone hockey.
Sampson shoots off the outside of the goalpost again. They're trying to beat Shepard from sharp angles. Here's got to be careful with these clears. It comes to Gaucher. Right pad saves Shepard. Good work. LaPierre gets it out of harm's way. A couple times the Phantoms have taken advantage of Hershey failing to clear the puck. And a good save by Shepard there. LaPierre falls down. Lexell getting fancy with it in his own zone. The Phantoms break to center. Hot man rush. Right wing. Jacob Gaucher feeds the middle. Stick handled in. Lexell got knocked off the puck. Smallman gets back. Limoges in the corner. They dig the puck out. LaPierre can't get that out, but it is cleared to center. Lehigh Valley has amped it up as far as the forecheck goes. Putting pressure on the Bears here. The closing minute 40 of the second period. Sampson sends it left wing. Phantoms onside. Wrist shot deflected high and wide. And out of play. So we check in downstairs with Todd Sadowski.
Coming up in our second intermission report, we look at a cool trend from around hockey that's happening here in Hershey. It's the wives and girlfriends jackets. Fox 43's Lauren Bradford shows us how they came up with the design. Plus, Mitch Lamoureux back to break down the second period with me, and we'll have your second period highlights, which once again includes a lot of hits. Very physical and a wild second period. We'll see if somebody can get on the board here in the last 93 seconds.
Draw to the right of Hunter Shepard. Thank you very much, Todd. Much more with him coming up. The captain, Aaron S. slated to join him around the corner. He's on the ice right now. And off the face-off, a contested puck. The Phantoms again shoot short side. That up and out of play. So that is clearly, we've seen other teams do this, a book that teams think they have on Hunter Shepard. That he's not the biggest goaltender, right? When he drops down to the ice from a sharp angle, trying to either bank it in off of him or pick a spot. It's not worked so far. Shepard has been sharp with his angles.
Well, and you look at it, Zach, obviously track record speaks for itself. You talked about he's won at every level, he's everywhere. But you see a goal like David Perron scores in the NHL last night, off the side of the helmet and in.
The Phantoms fire and score. A great pass from behind the net and blasted in past the glove of Shepard. It's Anthony Richard with 1:19 to go here in the second period. Scarbosa broke his stick off the face-off. Lehigh Valley makes it 1-0. They strike late, period 2.
Yeah, that's just an on and off there by Richard. And that's a guy that can score, Zach. And, it's a tough one. I think now it's see if you can get one. You got a $1:15, $1:19 left, coming into the second period to go into the break, and build up. At very least, you build a little momentum, Zach, coming into this third period.
Past the blocker of Shepard with 1:19 to play here in the second. Lehigh Valley takes the 1-0 lead, working out from behind the net. Good play there. Richard picks up the tally to make it 1-0 Phantoms. He had 17 goals in the regular season. That one his third of this postseason run already. So 1 minute to play in the second. The Bears would love an answer before the period ends. First goal comes from Lehigh Valley in the regular season. When they scored first against the Bears, they were 5-0-1 in the head-to-head matchups. Stachenko keeps it in behind the net, looking for Trinyev. Puck rolled in front. Gahaga knocks it down with his stick, but it's played free behind the net. Trinyev looks to knock it loose. Grabinski able to come up with it, but tied up by Hunter McDonald. Phantoms take the puck, but Trinyev, like a dog on a bone right there, able to work it free. Stachenko, 30 in the period. To the blue line, John McDonald. His shot wide of the goal, looking for a tip. And Denoye will clear it for Lehigh Valley all the way down. John McDonald behind his own net. Puts on the brakes. Time for one last rush for Hershey to Vincent Iorio to center. Tipped in by Luke Phil. Wide to the Phantoms net. They'll go to work behind the goal, trying to track it down. Lehigh Valley up the boards. Will clear it to center. Grabinkin with the feed. Bronze the secondary assist on the goal. Phil to Strome. Tapped ahead. Knocked away, and that will do it for the second period. Lehigh Valley strikes with a $1:19 to play. Rashid's third from Grabinkin and Gronz. The lone scoring of this game so far. It's 1-0 Phantoms after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, I think, Zach, you look at this, these two periods as a whole, and that's some good hockey. At the end of the day, there's a lot of good things. Both sides, both goaltenders were phenomenal there, especially in that second period. A couple big saves there on both sides, and unfortunately for the Bears, Richard's able to get one point blank coming down the slot, and very similar to the one that I think it's Mike Vecchione has. He ends up getting hooked there. So, a couple great opportunities for the Bears, a couple great opportunities for Lehigh Valley, and we knew coming into this is going to be a heck of a series, and so far that hasn't disappointed us.
Yeah, it's just a one-shot game. You're going to have to play from behind. We've seen the Bears do that this season and have comeback wins. When they trail after 2 periods of play, they had 7 comeback wins in the regular campaign. In the grand scheme of it, when you play 72, that doesn't seem like a lot. But then, remember, this is a Hershey Bears team that finished in first place and didn't have to come back that much. That is a fair amount of comeback wins when they went into the third. And this is just a one-shot game, and all it takes is one early to change the total complexion. But if you're Hershey, stuck at 13 shots and stuck at it for a while, they'll look for more pucks on net in period 3. The captain, Aaron Ness, will look to help manufacture this comeback. He's with Todd Islip.
Look, Ness, I want to talk about your captain duties first. We knew it was be kind of a wild second period. Nicky's hit right in front of you guys. If the refs don't do something there, things could get out of control. What was the discussion like in making sure that something happened there?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the hardest part about it is you don't want to be over there all night, right? And over talk and over, every call you're on them. So they're doing a good job. It's a hard job and unappreciated. So I think they made the right call there, and we're still playing here in a game in a big third period.
Speaking of doing a good job, both penalty kill units. I mean, with big kills, you look at the power play unit, they may be frustrated, but that's because of the PK unit. What are you guys doing so well against this team when it comes to penalty kills?
Yeah, for sure. Things are going well so far. We're just sticking to our system, and obviously Wellesley's got a great plan for us, so things are going well so far. Obviously, teams make adjustments and changes, and we'll be ready for them when they do, and just stick to what we do best.
Message-wise, there's probably not much that needs to be said. You guys have been through these situations. You kind of just look at each other and go, let's go, it's time.
Yeah, for sure. Playoffs is a funny thing. Goal here, bounce here or there. So, we got a big period here, and hopefully guys come out and start playing a little better hockey.
All right. Thanks for the time, Nesser. Appreciate it. There you go, guys. They're down by 1, heading into the third period. We'll see if they can get themselves an odd man advantage, something to make it happen to spark early on in the third period. Coming up, we'll hear from Mitch Lamoureux, but let's send it back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Todd. Appreciate it. As always, the Bears looking for a comeback win here tonight. We'll take a breather. Third period around the corner, but stay with us. 1-0 Phantoms in Game 2. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears Hockey.
The Hershey
self-contained
Cubs
piece
have
here,
emerged from the den for the 2024-2025 USPHL Junior Hockey season. This year, the pack has expanded and now includes an elite team as well as a premier team. Both teams were scratching for the chance to leave their mark. The puck has officially dropped at the Old Barn, so visit HersheyCubs.com for ticket information Every bear was once a cub, and this is how the journey begins. It's time to join the pack.
Get your power on at Homza Chiropractic Wellness and Rehab Center. Go see Doctors John, Jose, and Vincent Homza at 5721 Linglestown Road. Homza Chiropractic will treat you with the same care and attention they give the Hershey Bears. So stop by their Harrisburg office today, as they're always accepting new patients. Go where the Bears go. Go where the professionals go. That's Homza Chiropractic Wellness Rehab Center. Visit them online at homzachiropractic.com.
Tradition and excellence, 2 words that describe the Hershey Bears and Fairview Golf Course in Lebanon. Fairview Golf Course in Lebanon, where you can come spend a day with us on the links, work on your game at the driving range, shop for the latest styles in the pro shop, grab a great cocktail after your round. Find us on the web at fairview.distinctgolf.com. Fairview Golf Course, home to great golf in the Lebanon Valley and the back-to-back Calder Cup champion Hershey Bears.
We are back for our second intermission report here at Giants Center. Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. The Bears hosting the Phantoms for Game 2 before Game 3 shifts to Allentown on Sunday. And while the Bears are lacing up their skates, their significant others are zipping up their new playoff jackets. Fox 43's Lauren Bradford shows us what goes into the process and how it brings the families together.
The tradition of wives and girlfriends wearing their significant other's name and number to show support tracks back years.
I've had them dating back since Springfield, Mass, his first year. And it wasn't a jacket back then. Now everything is jackets. Before it was like a t-shirt or whatever. And, you know, I remember going out buying a printer to make an iron-on.
Nowadays, though, when the playoffs come around, it doesn't involve as much homemade crafting.
Holly reached out with an idea about doing some jackets, and it's not something we at the print shop or print house had ever really kind of done, but we're all really big hockey fans and very supportive of the Bears. So, you know, we kind of saw the opportunity as a way to kind of prove ourselves that, like, yeah, we can take on something like this. We think they turned out absolutely great, and we think they'll speak for themselves.
Reaching out to a local print shop, the women work to craft jackets that reflect their own personalities while still paying homage to the rich history in Hershey.
And we want to incorporate their Chocolatown jerseys, which is what we have on the back. We looked at their vintage jersey that reflected the past Calder Cups. So the throwback jerseys with the bear was our main, my obsession leading into the playoffs.
Their vision coming together perfectly, serving as a fashion statement now and a piece to cherish for years to come.
I have a tote that I've saved for both my girls because they have their little jackets now, but then they'll get to wear my jacket when they're older. So I think it's just a cool thing to have.
Well, the guys get to bring home, if they leave a team or if they win something, they get to bring their own jersey home from usually every team. So it's nice that we get our own little something to also take home with us. It's a way to have that memory that when you do leave this team or your career is ending, you can look back on that jacket and essentially say, hey, I remember those people, I remember those times.
Adding another jacket to the collection while cheering on the Bears in their pursuit of another Calder Cup.
Thanks, Lauren. I'll be right back with AHL Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux as we talk about the first 2 periods between the Bears and Phantoms. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43.
The Hilton Garden Inn Hershey is just a few miles from the home of the Hershey Bears. Begin your stay with dinner at the Garden Grill and Bar. Unwind in our outdoor pool and hot tub. Rest up in the comfort of Hilton quality bedding. Then enjoy the many incredible attractions in town. As an added bonus, the Hilton Garden Inn Hershey offers a private event room for up to 80 people, complete with full-service catering. Check us out at hershey.gardeninn.com.
York Kia is now GM Valvo Kia, featuring the same great guys and the great family ownership. They're the proud sponsor of the Kenny Smith Award, awarded post-game each broadcast to the Hershey Bears Player of the Game. Head on over to GM Valvo Kia and see Al Monks and the boys just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York, PA, and tell them the Hershey Bears sent you. That's the all-new GM Valvo Kia, proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears.
Stroman Bakeries, the makers of Stroman White Bread and Rolls and Dutch Country Bread and Rolls, is a proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears hockey team. With 6 local Pennsylvania bakeries, you can always be sure that your Stroman bread and rolls have been delivered fresh baked and delicious to your grocer's shelf. And with so many varieties to choose from, Stroman has a favorite for everyone in the entire family. For perfect PB&Js every time, choose soft, delicious Stroman white bread. For flavor you thought went out with a horse and buggy, try Dutch Country bread and rolls. Made from original recipes with the hearty grains and wholesome goodness of traditional Pennsylvania Dutch baking, Dutch Country makes all of your sandwiches special. For a tasty, heart-healthy treat, just 2 slices of Dutch Country 100% whole wheat bread supplies 24% of your recommended daily allowance of fiber. When it's freshness, flavor, and family nutrition you're looking for, Stroman delivers.
Why settle for affordable, or easy, or full flavor when you can have all 3? Shop our Giant brands and get groceries that are as good on your plate as they are on your pocketbook. There are thousands of affordable Giant brand products across the store. Affordable, easy, full flavor. Our Giant brands are today's no-brainer way to save on your groceries. Save on your next grocery bill when you shop all of our Giant brands.
Buy a Giant brand Chicken Street Taco Kit and get chips and salsa for free.
We're back at Giant Center. The Bears are going to have to come back in this one with AHL Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux down 1-0. Your thoughts after 2 periods? I mean, offensively, they're going to have to step up at this point.
I think it's one of the ugliest games I've seen in a long time in the playoffs for both teams. And thank God for Hunter Shepard, or else the Bears would be down probably 3 or 4-0, because he made some 10-bell saves in that second period, kept the Bears alive. The Bears have got to wake up, play with a little more urgency, because they're giving the puck away at the end of the period way too many times, just being careless with it. And that's just not usual Bears hockey. I'm sitting in the press box and I'm flabbergasted by the plays they're trying to make. I'm sure Coach Nelson is going to give them a talking to, but they had a golden opportunity with the 3-minute power play. They could have scored as many goals as they wanted. They didn't take advantage of that. And Shep, I mean, the play out of the penalty box on Denoyer, what a beautiful save. And then Matt Strome goes the other way on a breakaway, and Gahagan got lucky and hit the shaft of his stick. So I don't know what to think in this game, honest to God, but the Bears got 20 minutes to figure it out and a golden opportunity to go up 2-0.
And we've seen it many times. Shep keeping them within striking distance, and then the guys being able to pull through. So we'll see what happens. We'll be right back with Garrett Mitchell and Zach Fish with the second period highlights. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Pennsylvania at highschoolofficials.com.
Hey Bears fan, Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski here, and we're thrilled to bring Hershey Bears hockey to your television this season. Make sure you join us at the Giant Center in person, but if you can't, we'll carry select games on Fox 43 and our digital channel, Antenna TV. Check fox43.com and hersheybears.com for a broadcast schedule as Zach Fish and I bring you every second of the action. It's time to chase the Calder Cup, so don't miss a minute and watch the Hershey Bears on Fox 43.
This summer, you can make the biggest splash with the Summer Fun Card at Hershey Park. You get unlimited visits all summer long for just $99. Conquer coasters like Wildcat's Revenge, Sky Rush, and leave gravity behind on the all-new Twizzlers Twisted Gravity. Then race down water slides. Lounge in the lazy river. It's the best way to cool off. You get the flexibility you need and the thrills you crave. The Summer Fun Card at Hershey Park. Only available for a limited time.
Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Every child deserves the best teachers, facilities, and academic programs to set them up for success. At Milton Hershey School in Hershey, Pennsylvania, we make that a reality for children from qualifying families who are looking for greater opportunities. Milton Hershey School enrolls students from pre-K through 12th grade from across the United States to live and learn on a beautiful state-of-the-art campus with all costs covered. Are you looking to set your child up for success or know a child who could benefit from Milton Hershey School? Learn more at mhskids.org/admissions.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey here from Giant Center. Game 2 has been a bit of a wild one. Not in the goal-scoring department. A ton of penalties, a ton of confusion, some calls that were missed either way, some calls that were made after the fact. At the end of the day, the Bears need more in the third period. Just 13 shots on goal, trailing 1-0 on a late goal for Lehigh Valley in the period. As we look at the highlights coming up here, Garrett, you know what? You got to forget all that in the third period. You got to come out and play your best period of hockey. The Bears can give more, and they want to do it here tonight.
Well, I think they can, Zach. I think they can give more, and I think there's some opportunities for them to make some plays. And there's nothing wrong with chipping that puck and forcing them to turn and go get it. So, it was a battle, I thought, of the goaltenders here, especially in the second period. I'd like to see them create a little bit more offense, especially in the offensive zone.
There's the hit on Nicky Lieberman. There was initially not a penalty on this, but Garrett Wilson eventually did get a 5-minute major. Lieberman has been ruled out for the remainder of the game. He will not return for the Bears. Wilson's night is done. Dueling saves by the goaltenders. Hunter Shepard with a right pad stop. Parker Gahagan with the answer. And then after the fact, the Bears took 4 minutes of penalties. We thought Matt Strom was getting a penalty. They had their arm up. They called one on him. They decided no. 4 minutes on Riley Sutter. And then Lehigh Valley would get one before the period ends. Not before some big saves from Hunter Shepard, but here's the goal. Nice pass to Anthony Richard, who finds some daylight.
Yeah, and Richard's the guy, Zach. You can't leave him in front of the net, especially on an uncontested, and he makes you pay. It's a heck of a pass over to him. He's a guy that's going to finish that, and now it's for the Bears. How do you answer that in the third period coming down the stretch?
Hershey looks for a big third period around the corner. Again, they had 7 comeback wins in the regular season. They trailed going into the third. They were some goals late as well. See what they have in their bag of tricks. Game 2, period 3 is next. Stay with us. We'll have the call from Giant Center. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears hockey.
Why settle for affordable, or easy, or full flavor when you can have all three? Shop our Giant brands and get groceries that are as good on your plate as they are on your pocketbook. There are thousands of affordable Giant brand products across the store. Affordable, easy, full flavor. Our Giant brands are today's no-brainer way to save on your groceries. Save on your next grocery bill when you shop all of our Giant brands.
Buy a Giant brand Chicken Street Taco Kit and get chips and salsa for free.
Protas off the draw, shoots and scores. It's a short-handed goal. Central Pennsylvania is Caps country. Hi, everybody. John Walton here, reminding you that you can listen to Capitals games for free wherever you are just by dialing up capsradio247.com. You can listen to every Capitals game for free and select Bears games as well. All for free at capsradio247.com. Let's go Bears. Let's go Caps.
Tradition and excellence. 2 words that describe the Hershey Bears and Fairview Golf Course in Lebanon. Fairview Golf Course in Lebanon, where you can come spend a day with us on the links, work on your game at the driving range, shop for the latest styles in the pro shop, grab a great cocktail after your round. Find us on the web at fairview.distinctgolf.com. Fairview Golf Course, home to great golf in the Lebanon Valley and the back-to-back Calder Cup champion Hershey Bears.
Elite Coach is the official transportation provider for the Hershey Bears Hockey Club. Elite Coach is a full-service ground transportation company specializing in group travel. Elite Coach makes group travel easy, whether it's an over-the-road trip, a return home from the airport, or a team outing to the ballpark. Elite Coach does the work so you can enjoy worry-free travel. Check them out at EliteCoach.com. Again, EliteCoach.com. That's EliteCoach.com.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the PIAA and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey. It's the Bears and the Phantoms. It's game number 2. 1-0. Lehigh Valley has the lead going into period number 3. This has been a chaotic game, but Hershey needs to find a little bit more in this third period.
There we go. I got some volume there. No, I think, Zach, it's been a little bit of chaotic. It's been back and forth. We've seen penalties go both ways. We've seen big hits go both ways, and now I think it's just take a deep breath, settle in, go play some hockey. I think it's extremely difficult when you're battling back and forth, penalty kill, power play. Just getting some rhythm into this game, and hopefully that that goes in the Bears' benefit.
Buckle on the right wing. Lichsell works to work it in front. Strome will clear it out to center ice. It's Ginning back in his own zone. He'll pick it up and fling it to center ice. Gaucher with it along the left wing. Looks to knock it forward. The Phantoms back in their own zone. And it's Ginning with it along the near side. Over the blue line, Wisdom with it. Deflected high and wide off the glass. Over the head of Hunter Shepard. And Gaucher taps it to the net. Shepard will cover it, beg your pardon, at the left post. And he will hang on for a face-off. 19:23 to go in the third period of action. 1-0 Lehigh Valley here. Quick pause, 10 seconds for station identification. You're tuned in to Giant Bears Radio Network for our radio listeners.
Harrisburg's home of the 13-time Calder Cup champion Hershey Bears is WTKT Harrisburg and WTKT HD Fox Sports 1460.
Face off to the left of the goaltender Shepard. So far, he has stopped 11. Off the face-off, it's one Lehigh Valley. Wrist shot wide of the net of Shepard. Thrown to the side of the goal. Shepard awkwardly makes the save at the left post. Hopefully he's all right here. A little awkward save as he pushed off the post and leaned back.
Well, it's difficult, Zach, because you have those posts. They don't hold. So Shep thinks that he's going to be able to lean back on that post. It doesn't. It looks, hopefully he's okay. It looks like he's fine, but it looks like a little bit of, just probably went a little bit too far back and stretched that out. Probably an uncomfortable spot there for him.
Good shot block off the face-off. Mike Vecchione with it. Second attempt. Goes wide of Shepard up the boards, and this one cleared out to center ice, where Richard will take it back in his own zone. Over the blue line, it's picked up on the right wing. Rodrigo Abels plays it. Goal line bid wide of the net of Shepard. And McDonald sends it back behind the goal for Lehigh Valley. Both teams without one of their skaters they started the game with. Garrett Wilson ejected for the hit behind an injured Nicky Lieberman. Lieberman will not return tonight. Richard with it behind the net. The goal scorer looking to cut in front, knocked away. And it's Dubé with it ahead to center. And that puck pokes right in front of the benches and comes back to the Phantoms. McDonald with it, waiting it out. And the hash mark in his own zone. There guard Hunter McDonald to center to Elliot Denoyer. He will drop it where Chase Prisky deflects it, knocks it down behind the net. And picked up by John McDonald, where Limoges looking to clear it to center. Up here with it to Alex Limoges on the left wing. Bump back Smallman. Has Prisky in the net. Jazz couldn't get it to him. Two men were there. He got belted in a penalty call here on Lehigh Valley. Jordan Samuels-Thomas has got it. He's got a cross check. And Hershey heads to the power play.
Yeah, that's, and Jordan's in a great spot there, Zach. He sees that thing all the way through, and that's right to the chops, right on Smallman's chin. That's the right call, and if that doesn't happen, Smallman probably gets that puck through, to a streaking Bear going to the net.
So what do you want to see them adjust here, Garrett, on the power play?
Yeah, I'd like to see them get the puck to the net, Zach, and I think that's something we've talked a little bit about, especially through that playoff run last year, of just establishing a shot. And when you establish a shot, what it does is it opens up all the seams below that. So you get into that umbrella that almost every team runs nowadays, but you got to get the puck through, whether that's from the top and create an opportunity on the side, or if it's something, get a guy high up and roll into it. Especially on your forehand. The Bears have guys that can score from distance.
On the right wing, shorthanded bid for Gaucher. The net, Wisdom, backhander, score. Zane Wisdom with a shorthanded goal. He wins the battle of the net to make it 2-0 Phantoms. Just 12 seconds into the Hershey power play. And what a change of momentum there. Hershey looking to tie the game on the man advantage early in the third. Instead, they're down 2-0.
Yeah, it's just out-muscled there, Zach. And It's one I'm sure, I'm sure Miro would like to have back there. He just gets out muscle going to the net. It's a kind of a stiff arm play that with Jake Wisdom has there. And, heck of a goal by him. He's able to fend off Miro Shinchenko and get that puck past Hunter Shepard's glove.
Now the Bears running 5 forwards on the power play, and we've talked about how the Phantoms are uber aggressive on the penalty kill. In the regular season, Lehigh Valley scored 12 shorthanded goals. That was 4th in the American Hockey League. They have now scored more shorthanded goals in head-to-head play this year against the Bears than Hershey has scored on the power play. 4 shorties for Lehigh Valley versus the Bears, 3 power play goals for Hershey. Now look, you wanted to tie the game and begin anew. You don't have that opportunity anymore on this power play, but you have 1 minute and 39 seconds to try to make it a 1-goal game again with a lot of time left in the 3rd period. The dumping, Gahagan will play it behind the net. This one shot back to center ice. Scarbosa with it. Will collect it in his own zone. Mike Scarbosa with the puck. He'll settle it down and walk it in. Over the blue line offense. Still with it left wing. Alex Limoges. Hershey shut out the Phantoms 3-0 in game number 1. Lehigh Valley leading 2-0 here. Gahagan so far has only had to face the 3rd team, but pitching a shutout himself. Here's Shinchenko trying to change that to Limoges. Shoots and scores! The net came off. Gahagan will argue, but it's a good goal for Alex Limoges. It's a power play tally. Just like that, the Bears bounce back. It's 2-1.
Yeah, we'll see. They're going to chat about this act. They're both getting together. And, that's that post. It just won't hold. I think that's, he's trying to go left to right. It probably comes off before, and we'll see if they review it. But that thing, it's a heck of a shot there by Alex Limoges.
The officials, once again, for the 3rd or 4th time tonight, are going to confer. Gahagan slid over, and that right post came off. You could see it there before the puck went in, but that necessarily doesn't matter. The shot was going up and into the goal. And now the officials are going to talk about it here and maybe take a look at this. We'll see.
Yeah, they're going to. I think you're right, Zach. It's unfortunate. It's just
they put Denoye back in the penalty box for now because he might not have to go anywhere if they say this was no goal. So take us through, Garrett, what you know in this situation as a player, as a captain that's been in these conversations.
It's under review. Yeah, so what ends up happening is it's the intent. So if the puck is going to go in, it's hard because it's a bang-bang play. It's a judgment call more than anything. I think they're going to get a view of it. You're going to be able to see it from up high. The unfortunate part is if it is moving beforehand, it's a judgment call. I guess the positive side of it for the Bears is that they do call it a goal on the ice, Zach. It wasn't waved off, so it doesn't have to be, crazy to reverse it to a goal. So I think that's, playing in the Bears' hands here right now. But it's a frustrating thing, and it's funny because, it's happened. We've seen these posts play, and it's not the post. It's actually, what holds the net in place. It's just it can be a frustrating thing. We've seen it go both ways. It is what it is. It's just the way that the Giant Center is. But hopefully this one counts here for the Bears.
The officials looking at the iPad right now. Again, they're looking at an overhead angle. Jordan Samuels-Thomas and Mike Sullivan have had a night where we've said their names a lot. This one is one that's unavoidable for those two. They call on the ice from Jordan Samuels-Thomas, emphatically pointing goal despite Gahagan's protest. The Phantoms, this is not a challenge from Lehigh Valley. We saw a challenge in the Game 1 win for Hershey. Shepard beaten, shorthanded. The Bears respond, it looks like, on the power play, but the play is being reviewed right now. Will this nullify an Alex Limoges goal? And if it does, this building is going to explode. I see that the right post comes off, but is that why the goal is scored? The officials appear to have a verdict here. Jordan Samuels-Thomas to make the call. It's a good goal, and it's 2-1. The Bears respond. They give up a shorty, and they get one on the power play. That is a huge answer, Todd, for Hershey, and a big goal for Alex Limoges to get this building right back into it.
Yeah, it's a gotta-have-it type of goal. You could see that shorthanded goal really gave the Bears the sense of urgency they should have really had down 1-0, but once it went to 2, you could see they wanted to respond quickly. So that's a big one. We'll see if they keep up the pressure and carry this momentum into even strength play. 2-1
our score. Alex Limoges scores 45 seconds after Zade Wisdom to get the Giant center back up and hopping. 1-goal game again. And against this Hershey Bears experienced veteran team, no lead is safe. Puck cleared all the way down. Great hustle. Spencer Smallman against icing. How about another one if you're the Bears? Smallman dumped again. Limoges from Mirosnichenko. It's bumping over the blue line. Taken away by Prisky to center. Jockeying for position is Smallman. Knocked off balance. He'll play it to Bump, but plays it laterally across his own blue line. Elpidio in his own zone. Sends it right side, gets the puck forward. Bump offensively. He fell, and going up over top of him and trying to pull up, making the hit was Prisky. The Bears will clear it. Mirosnichenko, huge hit! And now they're going to call a penalty. Oh, it took an eternity for Mike Sullivan to raise his arm.
Yeah, that's frustrating, Zach. I'll just let it play out. But that's one, Zach, that's a big-time hit by Mirosnichenko, and I understand that he goes down, but that's a clean hit, shoulder on shoulder, and there's not much more you can do in a situation like that.
Love to see another angle of it there to see where the principal point of contact is. Like you said, it looked clean from that first initial live look that we saw. Now the officials are conferring. Here's another look at it. Thoughts on second glance there?
Yeah, I think it's more of a reaction of going backwards. I don't think he really connects on it. It's hard to see. I thought the first one was a better angle to see it all the way through, but it doesn't get called there, Zach, until...
Yeah, we almost needed it at half speed to really make a determination. Here's a look at it slowed down.
It's hard. You're leaning forward. I honestly, I think that he goes through his chest. I don't think that there should be anything on that, but he's going to call it as a charging, but... it is what it is, and I think, the thing with it, Zach, especially, as a former player looking at it, it's something that you can't get too riled up about. You just have to let it play out. It's gone both ways. Both teams have gone through this, especially tonight. It's been something where you can't get too high, can't get too low on it, and, it can be frustrating as a player, but it's also, there's nothing you can do about it. You got to let these guys, call it out and play with between those lines.
Well, Lehigh Valley had a momentum swing getting that shorthanded goal moments ago. The Phantoms this year allowed 14 shorthanded goals, 30th in the league. I'm not saying there'd be a better time to get one, but you just want to kill the penalty and go to work. But if I could manifest something, that's what I would manifest now. And the way this game's gone, just to close that thing out and negate it. Here's Gerbankin in on the near wing. Lixell on the boards, knocked back behind the net. Aaron Ness will play it free. Strome will get it and clear it all the way down the ice. Hagen will leave it. Penalty kill for Hershey. One power play goal for the Bears. This is the Phantoms' 5th try on the power play. Andre will walk it in. Bears lead the Best of 5 series 1-0. Lehigh Valley looking to get this split on the road. McDonald behind the net, looking to draw the puck loose. Trineyev knocked down. They're going to call that. That will negate the power play as Bogdan Trineyev is tripped. And we'll go 4-on-4 for the next minute and 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's one, Zach. A little bit of a one ball in one pocket, one ball in the next, and it's. I don't hate that. You get a minute power play on one side, you're going to get a minute on the other side of that. So I don't hate that. It's just it's hard. You're trying to get into a groove. You're trying to get into a rhythm here. It's a trip at the end of the day. Bogdan falls. Not much, probably 95% of the time, Zach, you don't see those, but I think for the Bears here, it's go time. You got to get one here, especially on this power play. You're going to have a minute coming out of this.
Todd, do you think the Bears, being the veteran team, can really have this? They've had moments like this in the playoffs where you're left kind of puzzled to rise above this and just focus on the task at hand.
Well, we've seen a lot of bizarre situations and scenarios, and almost always the Bears emerge victorious in them, whatever they need. So, once again, backs against the wall, unique situation. We'll see how they respond.
Bouchard 4-on-4 out of his reach. Melted behind the net by Chase Prisky. Bouchard, though, back on his skates. The puck comes right to him. We've seen that a bit tonight where you're behind the play for whatever reason around the box. The puck finds you, so be ready. Bobbles cutting off the right wing. Backhander stopped by Shepard. A good job in front by Prisky to break that chance up from the goal. As Ness looking to clear it. Unable to do so. It rainbows up in the air and kicked back by Vecchione. 35 seconds. The Bears will get a power play. Miro Stachenko for charging. His penalty will end. And Andre for tripping. It'll be a power play for the Bears. Plenty of time for Prisky now that he breaks away from the pressure. Sends it up the far boards for a retrieval. That's all right. It'll allow the Bears to set up. Ness knocked down at center awkwardly by Gaucher, but the Bears come up with a puck. Hendricks Lapierre looking for him to be a difference maker with some room. Led the Calder Cup playoffs in scoring last year. That's why he was the MVP. No one better than number 29 for the Bears. So he had 22 points last year, including 7 goals and 1 in the Calder Cup win. Now a power play for the Bears. Phantoms, though, toying with the puck behind the net. It's Ginning with it, flips it down to the far blue line. Scarbosa will glove and drop it. Bears tag up. Scarbosa runs into Lixell. Knocked off balance, so the Bears have it in their own zone. Fans wanting to go for it. They got a power play goal in this game now, so that out of the back of their minds. Man, we got to get one on the man advantage. They got one. Now they want another to tie this game. With 13:45 to go here. Scarbosa at center on the left wing. Tapped in. Back behind the goal. Limoges is after it. Knocked down. Hendricks Lapierre comes up with the puck, trying to dig it loose. And the Phantoms take it shorthanded. Here they come to center. Down the right wing. Denoye drives the net. Center, score! Another shorthanded goal. Zade Wisdom again. A pair of shorties here in the third period. Lehigh Valley's back up by 2. It's 3-1.
It's tough, Zach. You've got, you've got a couple opportunities, and you get beat back to your own net. And at the end of the day, those are battles that, you have to win. It's one there in the second period, one in the third, and it is what it is. I think for the Bears, you got to regroup. You got an opportunity here. You got 13 minutes left. We've seen the Bears score in bunches, and that's what it's going to end up taking here.
Back and forth we go on special teams. Shorthanded goal for Wisdom. Power play goal for Limoges. Shorthanded goal for Wisdom. They are reviewing this here again. And it's been a busy night for the officials. Was this kicked into the net? Todd, you had a good look at it. I'm not sure if you could tell if it hit Wisdom's foot or not. We're going to look at the replay here. They won't be able to show it in the building, but on Fox 43 we'll be able to bring it to you. What did you see, Todd?
I feel like I'm at an NFL game, first and foremost. All these referee huddles that are coming out. Yeah, it's possible. It's tough to see because it happens so quickly, but he gets there first. The first goal he had shorthanded was definitely clean. This one, you couldn't see it come off the stick quite as cleanly. So there is a possibility it came off the skate. It was hard to see because it was bang, bang, but I can see why they would review it, guys, because there was the possibility it came off the skate.
Pretty quick here before we could even give you a look. It's a good goal, but why not in a playoff game? Just make sure. It had to be a distinct kicking motion. That would have been a big call had it gone the Bears' way, but now this is a tough one. Here's a look at it for Wisdom to the net. His stick near his skate. And it's tough to tell when that went in off of, off the right skate, but just a stopping motion there.
I was just going to say, it's not a kicking motion there, Zach, and it's a redirected, it's a well-educated stop. It's just not a kicking motion.
Well, give Zade Wisdom a lot of credit. You got to give credit where credit's due. This is a guy that came in as an 18-year-old in the pandemic year and was really, really good. He got hurt, and they went back to junior, so he's never able to really recapture this form. But he told Ian LaPerriere before the season, I'm going to come in and I want to be an everyday player. I'm going to make this roster, and I'm going to be a regular player for you. No playoff goals coming into this one. He's got 2 here today and 13 goals in the regular season, turning his tenure at Lehigh Valley in the right direction. Now the Bears' task goes back to a 2-goal deficit. Just looked like they had some momentum, and they may have had it and lost it. It was Jake Massey in his own zone with the puck now to settle it down. Well, 2 goals certainly, or by no means done from this. The way this game's been called, we might be in for 6 more penalties before it's over in the final 12 minutes. Or we might just go 5-on-5, where the Bears have had a lot of success this year. Phantoms bringing it offside. We're due for immediate timeout with 12:43 to go. And what has been an interesting game here at Giant Center. But unfortunately, it has not gone the Bears' way on the scoreboard. It's a 3-1 deficit. And a face-off, a neutral, and we return. Stay with us. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears hockey in the 2025 Calder Cup playoffs.
Why settle for affordable? or easy, or full flavor, when you can have all three. Shop our Giant brands and get groceries that are as good on your plate as they are on your pocketbook. There are thousands of affordable Giant brand products across the store. Affordable, easy, full flavor. Our Giant brands are today's no-brainer way to save on your groceries. Save on your next grocery bill when you shop all of our Giant brands.
Buy a Giant brand Chicken Street Taco Kit and get chips and salsa for free.
It's time to gear up your Toyota and hit the road with a huge selection of vehicles at your local Toyota dealer, including great options with available four-wheel and all-wheel drive, like the sleek and efficient 25 Camry with peak performance and style. Or check out the adventure-ready RAV4, built for every road or no road at all. Or gear up a rugged and reliable Tacoma or Tundra. Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Get your power on at Homza Chiropractic Wellness and Rehab Center. Go see Doctors John, Jose, and Vincent Homza at 5721 Linglestown Road. Homza Chiropractic will treat you with the same care and attention they give the Hershey Bears. So stop by their Harrisburg office today, as they're always accepting new patients. Go where the Bears go. Go where the professionals go. That's Homza Chiropractic Wellness Rehab Center. Visit them online at homzachiropractic.com.
12 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the third period. This is a game where the Bears, unfortunately, have surrendered a pair of shorthanded goals here in the third period. And Lehigh Valley has opened up a 3-1 lead, trying to even this series here and come into Giant Center and get the split. A lot of hockey left to be played, though, Garrett.
Well, there is, and I think that's for the Bears, Zach. It's a building momentum. You're in a playoff series. It's all about building momentum, taking care of that puck. And
Luchenko flying in, lost the backhander, couldn't tuck it in. Break for Hershey, because Luchenko, he scooted right on by. Cleared all the way down, and too far for Vecchione and offside in the process. Anyway, the fans, I think, believed that it was an icing that they blew dead, but it was offside. They said Vecchione was ahead of the play.
Yeah, that's one, though, that almost doesn't really matter. Just it's going to end up in the same spot here because it comes from where the pass comes from there, Zach. And so whether it's icing and/or offside, it's wherever that pass comes from.
There's Zane Wisdom. He's on hat trick watch for Lehigh Valley. He did have a hat trick, his first with the Lehigh Valley Phantoms back on the 29th of January against the Bridgeport Islanders. 3-1 here at Giant Center, and what do the Bears have in their bag of tricks to try to come back? Off the face-off, it's rolled wide of Hunter Shepard. Off the boards to center ice, Vecchione with it. And knocked away back in neutral. Scarbosa with a good hit. And it's McDonald right in front of the benches for the Bears. Looking to get the puck to Mike Scarbosa. Frisky up the boards to center ice. Dubé will tap it forward. And all the way down, it's Grons with it. Back behind the goal. That's on the tip in. Skated in right side by Lixell. Good break up there by Vincent Iorio. And the Bears have the puck. Alex Lemos with it. Well, hooking out to center ice. Wisdom with it in his own zone. Plays it back. Just 14 shots for the Bears. Just 15 for the Phantoms. Both teams have done a good job defensively 5-on-5, making it difficult. Dumping. Smallman on the right wing. Will get the puck for Hershey. Back behind the goal. Alex Lemos to take it. Tries to wrap it in front. And that poked away behind the net. LaPierre with a good steal there. Finds some daylight of the blue line. Ness to Iorio. Nice move. Grabinkin goes flying. Ness with it. Chip to Iorio. And a little too cute from Hershey here as it's cleared back to center ice.
Yeah, you just got to get selfish here, Zach. And I don't mean by making a selfish play, but you got to understand you got to shoot that puck. It doesn't have to be clean beat by Gahagan there. It's just got to get on net and create a second opportunity. That could be off the side of the net, whatever that is. But it's you got to get pucks on net here.
Grabinski at center. Moves forward for the Bears. Down. blade or the high stick. The whistle will go in a face-off. Well, Todd, the energy's been sucked out of the building here a little bit. 10:22 to go in this game. What are you looking for more of from the home team?
Well, no doubt there's no rhythm right now, and I'm looking at both the top two lines of the forwards. I mean, coming into this game, the defenseman and the goalie have been doing their job. I know there's a couple of shorties they've given up at this point to put them down, but these forwards have got to respond. We've only seen 29 shots combined, and we've seen a lot of power play time for both teams. So, as we mentioned, they got to start making some things happen in front of the net.
Zane Wisdom has 3 shorthanded goals in head-to-head play versus the Bears this year. 2 tonight, 1 in the regular season. Risky in his own zone. It's the puck sent up the far boards, and Wisdom had 2 shorties in the regular campaign. May02 dumped. They're going to call that delayed call. Raminsky brings it in, covered by Gahagan. All right, a must-score power play here when we return with 9 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Puck covered by Gahagan. Hershey to the power play as May02 was tripped. We'll bring you back. 3-1, Lehigh Valley in front. This is Hershey Bears hockey.
York Kia is now GM Valvo Kia, featuring the same great guys and the great family ownership. They're the proud sponsor of the Kenny Smith Award, awarded post-game each broadcast to the Hershey Bears Player of the Game. Head on over to GM Valvo Kia and see Al Monks and the boys just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York, PA, and tell them the Hershey Bears sent you. That's the all-new GM Valvo Kia, proud sponsor of the Hershey Bears.
Families and sports fans of all ages catch all the Hershey Bears action at the Bears Den at Hershey Lodge. Eat delicious food in a fun Hershey Bears hockey rink atmosphere. Bears fans, take your ticket stub to the Bears Den for buy one, get one free appetizers before, after any home game. Have a pregame party or recap the game with your friends on over 28 TVs or a 9x12-foot high-definition video wall. For more information about the Bears Den, call 534-8601 or visit dininginhershey.com.
Athletes push boundaries, defy odds, and strive for greatness. At Penn State Health, we share that drive. We tackle medicine's toughest challenges, leading to breakthrough treatments and even cures. Our researchers are passionate and push the limits, like the discovery of a pediatric cancer treatment that led to an FDA-approved drug, drawing patients globally to central Pennsylvania. Penn State Health, driven for you.
Go time here at Giant Center for the Bears. They've given up a pair of shorthanded goals tonight, and they have scored one on the power play. Looking to get it even in that special teams department right now and make this a one-goal. Game again. 9. Empty as Gahagan's on the other side, but it skipped over his blade.
Yeah, just rolled off the heel of his stick there, Zach. And it's kind of been, that's kind of how it's been for the Bears here tonight. Just unable to create that second opportunity, especially in front of the net.
Help across to Trinier. See if power play 2 can do it. Smallman up the right side boards. Able to sandwich his body against the glass, but knocked past him and cleared. 1 minute left on the power play. Grand sends for the tripping minor. May02 dumped at center. Both teams have 5 power plays, so evens out. A tough go there for Prisky. Stepped on the puck and fell down and tripped over his own feet. Stuck in neutral right now. Mike Vecchione wheels it out from behind his own net. He'll hand to Luke Phil. Over the logo at center. Phil tries it wide. Left wing. Get one here on the power play. Still a lot of time left to try to tie it in front of the home crowd. Smallman with it on the right wing. Gives it back Vecchione behind the net to Trinier. Now they have it set up. Got to make something out of it. 20 on the power play. Prisky to Smallman. Across the blue line. Leads for Prisky. No shooting lane. Hands to Vecchione. Traffic in front. Trinier. No shooting lane for Philp either. Just the middle, left side, Smallman slaps it wide of the goal, rides the rails to Philp. 9 on the power play. Cross to Smallman, he'll have to settle it. Attacking downhill, he shoots high and wide. And it's Philp on the right side, playing it behind the net, gave it away to Ginning. Ginning behind the net, hit by Vecchione, disrupts the puck, but the power play's over. The Bears do not convert. They're 1 for 5 on the man advantage. Big missed opportunity there. Bronze at center, dumped in back behind the net. Vincent Iorio with it, will settle it back behind the goal. Wants to bring the puck to center ice. Strome with it ahead to center. Need that shot in the arm here. Rabinski, good hit behind the net, but the centering pass is knocked away. Strome fights through it behind the goal. Henrik Rabinski knocked off balance to the side of the net. Collision there. Gahagan trying to find it. He's got it trapped along the right post and will cover.
Just not a lot of whole lot of sustained zone time here, Zach, and it's been a one and done. I think, especially as a player, I know for myself, some of these games you come into and you walk out of and you don't really have a whole lot to think about after the game. You didn't have sustained zone time. You didn't have create a second opportunity. I think a lot of it here for tonight for the Bears is that you didn't create a whole lot offensively and second opportunities. It's getting that puck, getting into the net, and having a second and a third guy and creating an opportunity out of that again, which they just haven't been able to create here tonight, Zach.
Rabinski off the face-off, unable to cover the puck. Sampson to Wisdom. He'll take it out towards center ice. Skates in over the blue line, knocks it back behind the net. Ness.
You block that puck, and it's something to build off. Right now, the Bears will look to build off of anything positive for them right now. .630.
Come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Get your power on at Homza Chiropractic Wellness and Rehab Center. Go see Doctors John, Jose, and Vincent Homza at 5721 Linglestown Road. Homza Chiropractic will treat you with the same care and attention they give the Hershey Bears. So stop by their Harrisburg office today, as they're always accepting new patients. Go where the Bears go. Go where the professionals go. That's Homza Chiropractic Wellness Rehab Center. Visit them online at homzachiropractic.com.
Hey Bears fan, Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski here, and we're thrilled to bring Hershey Bears hockey to your television this season. Make sure you join us at the Giant Center in person, but if you can't, we'll carry select games on Fox 43 and our digital channel, Antenna TV. Check fox43.com and HersheyBears.com for a broadcast schedule as Zach Fish and I bring you every second of the hour.
In those games, but now it's the playoffs, different animal, and down by 2 with under 5 left. Fans get antsy because the Bears are setting it up out of their own zone. I know time is limited here. Prisky to Dubé, shoot it in behind the net. Hagen missed it. Far boards, chopped up. Ness looking to knock it down. Comes to Scarbosa, keeps it in. Vecchione tried to center, and that knocked away from him. Scarbosa's got to get on his horse to track it down, and does at center ice. Bears have been stalled quite a bit. Stick came up on Vecchione, and a penalty coming up on the Phantoms. Light for Hershey. Massey knocks it in on the right wing. Delayed call. It comes to LaPierre. The extra attacker is in through it down low and knuckled wide of the net. Maxwell playing it back. Hershey can get a power play as soon as the Phantoms touch it, but can they score first? No. And no, never touch, 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 ne LaPierre will stick handle in on the left wing. Shoots it around the bend of the boards. Lehigh Valley will touch it up here with 3:57 to go.
Yeah, it's a move now, Zach. It's a, that's a situation here. I think for the Bears, you got to get one now, and then you pull a shot. Depending on the situation, I don't think you pull them right away. Obviously, I think you kind of let it play out, but you kind of you got to get.
Division in second, the entire American Hockey League. You never count them out. Taking a power play, their sixth opportunity. They go right back to the well, that top power play unit. They do have the goal. Draw to the right of Gahagan. 3:57 to play. Shepard is still in the net. A high sticking penalty on Luchenko. In the draw win, Gaucher is good in the circle. He'll be backed off. We'll try it again against LaPierre. The traits of Jacob Gaucher's game, why he earned an NHL contract and a call-up this year, is his face-off play. Third time's the charm, hopefully, to drop the puck here. Well, this is a critical face-off. Phantoms win it clear, and that kills 20 to 30 seconds. So the Bears are going to need all of them tonight. Down by 2. Tied up off the face-off. The Bears will get it. Dubé with some room at the point. Quickly rushed upon. Sends to Scarbosa. Urgency in the Bears here. Scarbosa shot it high and wide. Lands off the glass in the near wing. Phantoms will get it. Wisdom clears to the line. Not out, and then Dubé fans on it. Wisdom, second try, will get it down the ice. Scarbosa to set it up. They're stuck at just 15 shots. Harold Stachenko with up to hand to Hendricks LaPierre. Shot in back behind the goal. Harold Stachenko up the right wing, no one home at the right point. And Scarbosa will have to go back for it behind his own net. Time winding down on the Bears tonight. Still 1:17 of power play time. Still 3:10 in the game. Pop here in the entry. Limoges runs into Belpedio. Runs into trouble, but able to get out of it for a moment. Phantoms get it cleared to the line. Not out. They say Scarbosa kept it in. Close there. See if they can take advantage. Scarbosa from the blue line. Left wing. May02 to the goal. And deflected wide off the body of Limoges. Cleared up the boards. Not out. Philp. He's French. He'll keep it in. Philp walks to the net. Played to Limoges. And knocked away from him. Philp's French. Limoges is tired. Trying to defer it. And the Phantoms get it, whip it down the ice. Still 40 seconds left on the power play, but down to just 2:35 of the game. See if Shepard. Bolts to the bench with her. They do not connect to the power play. Prisky, 6 on 5. A lot of bodies out there. Got to find a way to get it through all of them. Trenier, 100 seconds left. Prisky with it, sends it left wing. Did not make it through the maze of players. Vecchione will eventually turn it up the right side boards for Bogdan Trenier. Vandon comes back to the point. Iorio with it. His shot did not make it through. Rattles around. Cleared but not out. 1:25 to play for James Prisky. To Trenier. He'll shoot. Right pad save Gahinga. The rebound there. Swatted out by the Bears. Net foul scramble. Thrown to the goal. Blocked away. Oh, what a chance there on the far side. Vecchione with it. Stabbed out by Wisdom. Whale of a game for him. He clears to center. Now the Bears got a tag up. Smallman's tied up behind the play. And Hershey has to wait. They bring it in onside with a minute to go. Time the enemy now for the Bears. Chinning with it behind the net, up the far side boards. Prisky will look to dig it loose. Dubé belted, but Vecchione up the right wing. 45 seconds, need one in a hurry. Up here, the bottom of the goal line, dropped off. Knocked away, turned back Scarbosa. Left side, one-timer Prisky, off the side of the net. Thrown in front again, and the goal is off behind Gahagan. For the third time tonight, 30 seconds left. Here in regulation time, and not a lot of time for the Hershey Bears.
Yeah, and it's, they're not going to be able to change. Not that it really matters here, Zach. It's with the amount of time, but it's I think for the Bears, it's a regroup, come back here. Obviously, head to Lehigh Valley on Sunday, and it's got to be a statement game for them coming in. You got to be able to come in, win one on the road now. You got an opportunity, so. It's you split at home and you come to work here on Sunday and see where it goes.
Bears elect not to use their timeout. Maybe save it if they pop one in quickly, but Scarbosa across to Nass, still 6 on 5. He mishandles it. Has it again. And wheel it through traffic, down to 20 seconds left. Scarbosa shot stopped by Gahinga, and the rebound kicked it out with the right hand. It's underneath him as he falls over on his backside. Hershey and Ginning locked up. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of this time before this game ends tonight. It just did not go the Bears' way, and particularly, special teams and goaltending. We talked about in the playoffs, no qualms about the goaltending tonight, but special teams, unfortunately, is going to be one that Lehigh Valley can check off. Their penalty kill with a pair of shorthanded goals, too.
Yeah, sometimes it takes individual efforts to win hockey games, and Zayd Wisdom did it twice, beating 2 different guys on a shorthanded goal. And now you start to look at the coaching staff for Game 3. It was easy for Coach Nelson and his staff to roll out the same lineup after such a razor-sharp performance in Game 1. When you get to Game 2, some things were adjusted maybe on the Phantom side. Certainly some things need to be looked at for the power play. So we'll see what comes up with Game 3. I was talking with Nick Bootlin the other day, and it's a chess match, and when you get a chance to just concentrate on one opponent, you can make those moves. When you've got 2 or 3 different opponents in a weekend, it's very difficult. You get in a playoff series, and now it becomes that chess match, right? Who does what? You can make those adjustments from game to game.
And Todd Nelson can elect to switch his lineup up. The Bears are healthy with the exception of Nicky Lieberman, which is really the unfortunate part about today. In addition to the way the scoreboard is, he was hurt on that hit from Garrett Wilson. They got a guy like Garrett Rowe at an unbelievable playoffs on the sideline to start this playoffs like he was last year. He came up so big last season with 6 goals in the postseason. Well, I don't know who you take out. That's up for the guys that make the big bucks and coach this squad. But Rowe, he's got a huge heart, plays hard. He's a playoff type of player. Love to see him get a sweater at some point this series, maybe Sunday in Allentown. But we'll leave those decisions to the guys in the suits down on the bench.
Yeah, well, and you look at this, Zach, and I think obviously with what Gary Rowe brings to this team, just on, obviously on the ice, but just inside that dressing room, a calm, cool collective, be able to, joke around, keep things light. That's what they're going to need here moving forward.
Phantoms get the split in the first 2 games of the series. They come into Giant Center and secure a 3-1 lead, 3-1 win. Phantoms pick up the 3-1 win here at Giant Center in game number 2 to tie this series 1 game apiece. Game 4 will be necessary in Allentown next Friday. First up, the series shifting up 78. Hershey, Lehigh Valley. Game 3 on Sunday. You can catch that game on Antenna TV. That's Fox 43.2. A 5:05 puck drop at PPL Center. We'll have the call of that one. Give the Phantoms credit. Couple shorties. A big game from Zeke Wisdom. They get the win here tonight.
Yeah, and I think I like the first period, Zach. I think from then on, it was just a lot of it was broken up, and I don't want to say it's. I think it's tough. You don't get a whole lot of rhythm going on there. It's broken up with power plays and penalties and stoppages and different things. So there's not a whole lot of flow to that game after that first period. But I think all in all, it's a regroup type of situation. Understand what you did, and I think there might be some adjustments made and maybe some lineup changes like you talked about.
Richard Wisdom again tonight for Lehigh Valley. Alex Lemos scores the lone Hershey goal. Shots finish up 20-15 in favor of the Bears. Again, Todd Garrett and I will be back on Sunday for Game 3 of this series.